in a world of remakes and remasters.
Are we playing for keeps?
What was once sacred and cool has now soured and become lame.
Radical.
Gone are the days of pods and cowabunga. Now is the reign of slurp juice and dabs. Kids these days don't even know how bad they've got it. Now it's up to the best generation to rise to the occasion and make a show that dares to go where a lot of other nerdy shows have already gone quite a bit. That's right. They're going to talk about it a lot.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the show. This is Best Gen, where nerds complain about nerdy things, and it's called Best Gen because all of us on the panel are más o menos from the same generation, and we happen to think that it's the best one, but not because, you know, we are better people than everyone else, but our movies and entertainment certainly were. So strap on in and prepare to wax nostalgic as we reminisce upon the days of yore while simultaneously complaining about the utter filth that Hollywood keeps pushing out of its sledge pipes on a daily basis. How's everybody doing tonight?
I'm doing great.
I'm doing great. I feel great.
It's good.
I feel great. I feel super healthy. If you haven't been watching our Dubro Fitness Boy streams, you won't know why, but I've been on a massive diet. I put on this shirt today and it felt looser. I was like, "Whoa, this is like a tent now." I might fit into some of my older clothes that I still haven't thrown away. Yeah, I've lost 25 pounds today, but
Nice.
This isn't the fitness stream, so I won't bore you with that. Okay, oops, someone sent me another meme.
Oh, it's awesome though. It's progress.
Okay, give me a second. Jared joined. We got Jared. I haven't heard from David. I mean, I saw him today, but I haven't. I don't know if he's showing up or not. I just got a text from Al Bellio who said something came up and he's not going to be able to join us. So sorry for baiting you with our legendary banter because he fights me on everything.
He just got afraid.
He turns our 3-hour streams into 4-hour streams. The nerve! But he'll
I don't think it's just him though. No, it's just him. All him. Nobody else.
It's a pattern. I think if you analyzed it scientifically, the coefficient would be like a 30-minute boost
Addition,
at least. Okay, sorry. Someone just said they sent me a meme that I got to show on the show. So
I think I sent it from Mark Clark, but if it's good for showing on the show, we might as well.
Okay, all right. I got the meme. We'll have to. We got lots of memes. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Yeah, you guys are doing good though. Open link. There we go. Open in a link, and then
Can't complain.
Be next to.
Always another fun and exciting week trapped in my,
all alone with my wife.
Void of beige colored walls.
Okay, it's been a fun week too. If you're following, the anything to do with the Wheel of Time, and I don't know why you would be, the save Watt hashtag is basically dead, and the only one,
no way.
The only one still posting save Watt on X is our good friend Froofy the dog, Fluffy the dog.
It was doing so well.
Froofy. Oh no! I just made a Bill Cosby reference. Oh dear.
Oh no.
Oh man, that bit, his Froofy the dog bit is
I
hilarious.
don't know if I know that one.
It's
I'm not
he's
familiar. enough
okay.
with the
Sidetrack.
concept.
He's watching TV with his daughter, and all he wants to do is watch Gunsmoke. And his daughter's manipulative, and she wants to watch Froofy the dog. And so his wife comes in, and his daughter says, "Dad wants me to watch Gunsmoke, and the men on Gunsmoke are drowning baby kittens, and now I'm watching Froofy the dog." It's a good joke. I'm not doing it justice, but don't go like look it up now. It's weird. It's so hard.
It is.
I have entire hour-long, sets of Bill Cosby memorized in my head. Oh, I idolized that man.
I used to sneak the portable DVD player and watch Bill Cosby show late at night.
Nice.
It's good.
I
man.
used to love that show so much, and it's so hard to enjoy it now.
I mean, even some of his skits were really good. I mean, I'd
Dude,
listen to some of those.
No, it's stand-up. Yeah.
Yeah, stand-up
That's what-
stuff.
that's
I know.
what
I haven't
memorized.
watched any
I
of his
have
stand-up.
Hours of his stand-up memorized, man.
Yeah, it's really good.
Anyway.
My favorite's the Chain Smoker.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember some about Noah, and I remember some about Fat Albert, and I remember some about
Well,
Fat Albert was good too. Yeah.
we got tons of people in the chat. Mad Max, the D stands for degenerate in DCU. We will get there. We got someone asking if I was a Trump supporter. I assume they saw the title, got mad that I hate the DCU, and we're trying to point out the hypocrisy that Trump in his past was also a degenerate, but they, forgot that repentance exists and that God judges us for who we are and not who we've been. And I don't support everything that Trump does.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know if it
yeah.
has to be a degenerate. I mean,
people get so freaking worked up with politics, and it's easy to get swept up in it. But like, voting for a politician doesn't mean you endorse every single thing they do. Okay,
how many
or
Democrats
that
are
even you
completely
like
on
them
board
as a
with,
person. Okay,
Bill Clinton.
yeah, absolute degenerate. Voting for someone is like taking a bus. You find the bus that gets closest to the place that you want to go, and none of them are going to drop you off right in front of your house. But you don't want to take a bus that's pointed the other way.
Or going off of a cliff, obviously.
Yeah. But yeah,
100%.
Trump's a me supporter. Okay. I assume he was a new guy. We got Jared. Oh no, that's you. We got Mark Clark, who really wanted us to achieve.
Made sure we got that goal.
Making sure we got the stream goal, which is Albelio's going to have to admit that he loves Alien Romulus.
And now suspiciously
would have been a much better
here.
joke. Would have been a much better joke if he was freaking here. But we'll have to let him know what happened on the stream.
Yeah.
And so thank you for the 2 times 5, the $10, Mark Clark. You know who should be in Alien Romulus, and I already answered the question. We knew it was going to.
You got Sydney in before you got yours in.
Yeah. Well, I typed it, but I had already typed it.
It's timing. It's not like it wasn't obvious.
It's showing up. Mine is showing up first on.
Oh, really?
In
Yeah,
this
mine's showing up
interface.
his and then yours.
But yeah, no, he beat me
it's all
on
just timing.
YouTube. Technically, his. Wait, I don't even see Sydney.
It's in
I'm
between
missing-
B
I'm
and
missing one
Romulus
of
and
them.
then Sweeney.
Yeah, no, it's not showing up on here, but it's showing up on YouTube.
I see it.
Yeah.
It's showing
I
up
see it
on
on
YouTube.
both.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm missing one for some reason.
Yeah.
But bingo, baby. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. Sydney Sweeney's a very pretty lady. We got Justin Hancock in the chat. Mark Clark. Yeah, it was too obvious. You kind of a one note pony at this point. That should be a thing. People should a one note pony. Yeah. Anyway, sometimes I get pleased by my jokes too much, and then I forget what I was saying. Mark Clark is our inaugural channel member. He's been with us. Ooh, how long has Mark been a channel member? Over a year, at least.
Almost two.
I think he's cropping up. I think he's coming up on 2 years now. If you want to become a channel member, if you want to be as cool as Mark Clark, it's just 99 cents. I made it as cheap as possible. 34 months. Ooh, baby. 34 months.
That's more than 2 years. That's cropping up on 3 years.
That's 3 years, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
My math was off.
That's crop dusting up on 3 years.
If you want to be as cool as Mark Clark, it's just 99 cents, made it as cheap as possible, and that comes with, well, you get to sleep at night knowing that you're helping me feed my kids, from the dollar store, because that's all it costs. I exclusively feed my kids from the frozen section at Dollar Tree. I'm a bad dad.
There's some good stuff there.
I was gonna say they've got some reliable stuff.
I actually did for a week in college just because I was like, this would be fun. I ate only food from the dollar store because I was like, man, they've got like frozen steaks and like they're not good steaks. Okay. But I was like, this will be a fun experiment. It was not a fun experiment, but I only ate food from the dollar store for a week. I don't even think I saved money too, because like a lot of those, it's not even a good deal. Like some things you can get for like 50 cents at a different store, but it costs $1 at the dollar store.
That's the trick, is they've got some things that
like some of the canned goods.
Yeah. Some things that would cost $3 at anywhere else would be $1 at the dollar store, but they also tend to make them slightly smaller size, so you're only buying, $2 worth of stuff for $1. And then they also give you things that would cost 50 cents, and
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a fun experiment. It wasn't an enjoyable one. I'll put it that way. But the being a channel member also comes with the benefit of it's much like a papal indulgence. You get by becoming a channel member, you are blessed with the mantle of becoming a POC, and that means that you can technically call yourself a Mexican as well, and that means you can't be criticized. Use that diversity shield, baby. Yes, I pulled it up. I got the meme. That's why I was spinning my wheels at the beginning of the stream. For the love of all that's holy, put up a poster behind you.
I'm not allowed any posters behind me.
Follow the wheel of
It's a whole
change.
thing.
Oh man, the chat is alive today, or maybe I'm just rambling too much. Charles
I'm having a hard
he's on
time
Three's
following.
Company. Yeah, there we go. His stand-up is so funny. Like Bill Cosby was hilarious. He was literally my idol. I loved him.
Well, and it sucks too, because he was such a great, obviously besides the things that we didn't necessarily know
He was
about,
such a good role model
he was a
too.
good
That's why it
role
was
model
so
in so many other
shocking.
ways, Yeah.
What's pemmican? Maybe I don't know. I'll have to look it up.
It sounds familiar. I feel like I've heard of it before, but I have no idea what it is.
Oh, good evening, Truth Sworn. To the shock of no one, Salty C, Guns slop continues to be slop. Yeah, we talked for hours about the problems with Superman, which still exist. I enjoyed watching it, knowing that I had fun in theaters. In spite of all the plethora of really stupid plot holes, I liked the tone of it. Okay, so I'm saying this as someone who even enjoyed Superman, and I've enjoyed a lot of James Gunn movies. I think Guardians of the Galaxy 1 is fantastic. 2 is pretty good. I really didn't like 3, and his Suicide Squad is fine, right? Peacemaker is absolute filth. And we'll talk about it.
I've heard a little bit.
Yeah. I did watch the first episode, and I tried to avoid.
Well, it sounds like
because they bring it up multiple times.
Charles, did you try to avoid the 10-minute orgy? Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think it would be 10 minutes.
Yeah,
and then they go away, and then they come back. They bring it up. Oh my god.
It comes back. The orgy comes back around. Yeah, I've been a member so long. I now eat rice and beans all week as an honorary master. There you go. Good job, Mark Clark. Yeah. Okay. I don't even want to really talk about Peacemaker because I texted everyone. I was like, hey guys, just heads up. It's not just like a graphic sex scene. It is a graphic orgy. There's a giant orgy in Peacemaker, and I stopped watching. I'm a good Christian boy. It first popped up. I'm like, oh, pause that. Maybe skip forward. And I was like,
don't pause it. That's gonna keep it on the screen long.
Don't pause it.
But I scrolled through the timeline, and it lasts 10 freaking minutes. And then once it stops, you're like, okay, this is over, and then it comes back. And it's like there as a joke, I guess, because it's really funny that he's drowning his feelings with sex, I guess. It literally felt like watching The Boys because, The Boys has been super successful, so that must mean that all superhero things should copy The Boys, except ignoring the fact that they've lost a lot of viewership because of how gross they've gotten. Okay, season 1, The Boys, pretty good. I think I maybe got like a couple episodes into season 2.
Yeah,
because it just gets worse and worse. And I've obviously followed. I've been
Heard
on
about,
X.
yeah.
I know. I keep in touch with things I'm not watching. I know what's happening. Okay, and it just gets worse and worse and worse. Like the show has just become like, hey, let's see how gross we can make it. Let's see how far let's be gross for being gross's sake, not because it serves the story at all.
They're taking it as usual with Hollywood. They take the wrong lessons from things, and they think that they have to copy 10 pieces of it when it's like one thing that actually made a difference, and 99% of the time it's actually just a good story that made the difference. But yeah,
absolutely.
Look, and I'm a good Christian boy. I'm not even really a prude though. Like, I understand that sex scenes in movies can amplify the story if that's what it's for, right? I personally don't enjoy seeing nudity in movies that I watch. In fact, that's pretty much one of the only things like I screen for. If I like look up the parental rating
100%.
on IMDb and it has a bunch of nudity in it, I'm like, I don't want to see that movie anymore. I also don't judge people who like that stuff in movies. But it feels like extremely out of place in a superhero show.
yeah.
Especially one.
It's never really necessary to show full nudity. If you're going to do something, I respect, covering things up, making it, just out of view. Sure. And I agree that it
Honestly,
does in some stories.
Alien Earth does a better job. There's a scene in this episode that takes place in a strip club, and you don't see any nudity. You don't see any nudity.
It's not hard to do a better job than this, though. Like they went completely over the line. It's crazy.
I know. I texted Charles. I'm like, hey,
agree.
just heads up. There's an orgy in this episode. Don't watch it. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna watch it. But I'll
Right.
He's like, oh yeah,
okay.
sure. Thanks. Thanks for the heads up.
No.
Make sure to have your VCR ready. Oh wait, no, that's not a thing anymore.
Like talking about it in context, it literally like adds nothing. It's there because it's funny, I guess. It's just
they do that with like
Maybe.
Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon sort of too. Again, it sounds like they've done it even more. Like they're trying to lean into it because they really think that is, because there is some truth to the idea that sex sells, but they really are leaning hard into it.
I think
Game of Thrones
sexy
is tame
sells.
compared to this.
That's a good point.
It is sexier when you don't see everything. I mean,
Oh,
not when
100%.
you're actually doing it, but it's great with your wife. I'm just saying, like, it's so much more rewarding, man, when you have like a healthy relationship with a woman that you've committed yourself to. Like, you don't need any of this garbage. Get married, guys. Have
Maybe
kids.
there was a significant meaning to the scene. I wouldn't know. I skipped through it. I don't think you watched the full scene.
Charles is the degenerate in the family. What would his fiance think?
No,
He just spends
I skipped
he
the
doesn't
scene,
do
Mike.
any of the other homework too. He admitted before we started the show. Yeah, I haven't done any of the other homework, but I watched the orgy.
No, most of the homework is theater movies. I don't have a close theater. I didn't have a chance. Okay? And I wasn't. All right, okay. I see
Charles
how it
goes
looks.
to see his nudie movies in theater. Yeah, that's what he does. Driving into rural Texas, already losing signal. Gonna have to catch replay. Yeah, thanks for tuning in, Justin. You drive
Yeah,
safe,
it's good
man.
of you.
Okay, but the context actually, like, it's so funny because so the first half of the episode actually kind of started off a little interesting. It's like there's an alternate timeline version of himself where he's actually happy. And then the funniest part isn't even like is right before the orgy. It's Peacemaker hitting on James Gunn's real life wife, and James Gunn has written into the script that Peacemaker rails his wife. They got drunk on a boat and railed each other. You know, like Peacemaker. James Gunn is such a freaking pervert. He's such a degenerate. Like,
the one thing
I'm going to write a
that
TV show. I'm going to cast my wife, and I'm going to have her get railed by John Cena. You know, off screen.
Again,
I
that's
guess.
probably not unusual for Hollywood in general. Like, he's probably.
That's what it's so funny. That's the point. Hollywood is so freaking disconnected from just regular people. They think that this is what we want to watch. I really want to see James Gunn's wife get railed by John Cena, guys. That's
honestly, there was a movie that was a couple of years ago called Babylon that came out, and it was kind of pointing out that Hollywood will eat you up and spit you out in a variety of different ways. And
that was the guy that did La La Land, right?
I think so, but I'm not 100% sure.
That movie was a box office bomb, but I've heard.
Yeah, it didn't do super great, there was
La La Land.
It's got Margot Robbie in it.
Yeah, it's got Margot Robbie in it. It's got
I haven't seen it.
Tobey Maguire in it for a little bit.
Oh.
La La Land. Wait, are we talking about La La Land?
No, it's the same
Babylon.
director.
Oh,
the
Babylon.
director of La La Land made a
I'm
movie
sorry.
called Babylon. That's the thing, though.
Got it.
Hollywood will make movies like that all the time. Like, we know, like, we're terrible, and also we're doing it anyway. You know,
somehow we're going to also be the arbiters of
morality. We're going to lecture the regular people on morality. Mark Clark says it was surprisingly good. I'm gonna have to check it out. I did like La La Land. It was a good one.
Yeah.
I cannot. Okay, I hate La La Land so much.
Really?
Because
It's kind of
it
an
is
awful
so
story.
good.
It's kind
It
of
is
an awful
so
story.
good. No, it is an amazing story, but the end ruins the entire movie.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's kind of why it's an awful story, because it's like, what? Why did we end it like this?
No, see, I'm not upset if they don't
Like,
get
it's
together.
very
I think.
degenerate.
Okay, hey,
Babylon,
hey.
not La La Land wasn't degenerate.
I'm gonna.
I liked the part where they were dancing on the cars. That was cool.
I think I love La La Land. It's so amazing, but the ending is horrible. And it's not the fact that they don't get together. I love a tragic love story. It's how they portray the ending that I hate so much because it just I hate it. It's the tragic ending. That is the tragic end of the movie where they chose to pursue their dreams over pursuing love, and they portray the end of the movie like, oh, it's okay, it didn't matter because we found other love and we all achieved our dreams, whatever. Whereas the truth of that reality is
I think it kind of shows they're both a little empty inside, even though they have everything they want. It wasn't what
I did not.
I
Maybe
agree with
if that's the
that.
truth, then 100%. But I did not receive that feeling. I didn't get that feeling when I walked.
Having not actually
I
seen,
felt like
having not actually seen that movie myself, from what I've heard about it, which is most of what you're saying there, I wonder too, because like I think there's something to be said about the fact that like, you know, there's different people you can fall in love with throughout your life and whatever else, and you can be happy in different ways. But I think I wonder, because sometimes we love to have the, you know, choosing the happy life of the family over a career is kind of a virtue that we like to laud, and this one doesn't necessarily do that. But yeah.
See, that's a good message. That there are multiple people that you can like. If it doesn't work out with one person, there's another fish in the sea. That's a good message. But including that message at the end of this film muddles the rest of the message.
Yeah.
Because the entire movie is love versus their dreams, and they they're achieving their dreams, they're searching for the dreams, and their relationship helps their dreams at first, and then the climax of the movie is when their relationship conflicts with their dreams, and they have to decide to pursue their relationship or to pursue their dreams, and they choose the wrong decision to pursue their dreams. They sacrifice their love for that, and it works out because they achieve their dreams. They're happy and they smile at the end, and it's just like, oh well, could have gone another way, but it didn't.
Yeah, it kind of feels like one of those situations where like the conflict becomes nullified because it didn't turn out to actually have any consequences.
Yeah,
100%, 100%.
Other
than that, it is amazing.
I agree.
Level, but, yeah.
Especially when it comes to a story, because like real life may be more like that.
Charles
like,
just doesn't know how to read between the lines. So
no.
You're analyzing the surface, not the subtext.
Maybe I haven't. Maybe I'll watch it again.
I agree with you, Charles.
Fadion, y'all make me realize
Thanks.
I don't watch nearly as many movies as I think I have. You mean La La Land won the Oscar that year? You haven't watched the Oscar? Oh wait, no, that was a mistake. They accidentally said La La Land, and the movie that actually won the Oscar that year was the gay Sex on the Beach movie.
Was
that Brokeback Mountain?
No, Moonlight.
What was it?
Moonlight. It was black gay sex. That's why it won.
Okay. See, that makes sense. Yep.
I haven't seen La La Land. Don't like musicals. It's a pretty good movie. I'd recommend.
It's pretty good. I've
only seen.
I definitely feel though. Yeah.
Never even heard of La La Land. Everyone's heard of. Shut up. You're lying. Everyone's heard of La La Land. You might not have seen it. You've never heard of La La Land. Maybe you heard it, but like you didn't realize people were talking about a movie. They're like, "Oh, La La Land's so great," and you're like, "Oh, they're just like talking about living not in reality." That maybe that I could it is a title that could be misconstrued if you don't know they're talking about a movie. I'll give you a pass. I'll give you a pass, Fadion. I think that Oscar Boo Boo was the only reason I heard of La La Land. Yeah. Was that Steve Harvey? Yeah, that was
No, he did the Miss America or whatever thing.
Oh, right. That was the same year, wasn't it?
I think so.
Where he announced the wrong winner of Miss America.
I think so.
Who did the La La Land? Okay, let's Google. Who?
I have no idea. I have never watched
La La Land.
Yeah,
I have never watched the
Hollywood
Oscars.
dude.
It was
Or a movie star.
presenter Warren Beatty. Faye Dunaway were handed the wrong envelope. I don't know who either of those people are.
I've at least heard of both of them.
He's Dick Tracy. Oh, okay. Dick Tracy and Faye Dunaway. What is she? Chinatown. Okay. Man, I'm bad with names.
Yeah, me too.
Anyway, what were we talking about?
We went on several tangents. Hold on.
Yeah.
Where did we start?
Peacemaker.
We were talking about
We're
Peacemaker.
talking about Peacemaker, right?
And one of the things that we started talking about before we started the stream, and I was like, "Hey, wait a second, we should have this conversation on stream." Was
The state of the DCU.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I still need to watch a handful of the old DC movies in order to feel like I'm getting the amounts of retcon or whatever. Not that it's going to be that like I can follow it. I'd be fine. But as I've explained before, I like to get all the build up to it and everything. So
it was Mark Clark's fault. He brought up the Babylon.
No, that one was me because we were talking about the degeneracy of LA.
Oh, okay. It was you. It was your fault.
Kind of relates into that. But yeah, I need to watch the Suicide Squad movies, the Birds of Prey one, and then maybe I'll mess with the first season of Peacemaker and see.
Yeah. So the post Snyderverse cancellation, pre James Gunn coronation, where James Gunn also had the Suicide Squad movie. I haven't watched the Birds of Prey.
Me neither.
I think I've seen everything else.
Yeah, so for me, looking at it's and I need to watch the Zack Snyder Justice League. But yeah, I've seen Aquaman, Shazam, both Wonder Womans, Atom, Flash, Blue Beetle.
Honestly, Black Adam was kind of fun too. I enjoyed Black Adam. I enjoyed Blue Beetle.
Black Adam was okay. It was. I put it below Blue Beetle, but there was a lot of things to enjoy, but it definitely had a different feel to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't like blowing my mind or anything, but
yeah.
I didn't hate Black Adam when I saw it.
Yeah, I never actually got around to watching those ones.
Well, you don't need to. So
that's kind of where I'm at. Yeah.
The policy, as James Gunn has stated, is all that stuff is decanonized unless it's mentioned from now. If it's mentioned, then something similar to that happened in the DCU backstory.
And it sounds really confusing, but I think that I do get the concept of it's like if you get
it's a parallel universe where similar things happened, but not necessarily all of it's canon.
Because, for example, you get into the first Spider-Man movie in the MCU, the one with Tom Holland, right?
Yeah.
And it like mentions a couple of things that happened, so like Uncle Ben died, like those kinds of things that like are portrayed in the other movies, but maybe they didn't happen exactly like that. But it's gonna be something like that. So he's kind of treating it as this is comic lore that you might already know.
It's like the Netflix superhero TV shows where you're like, this is canon. We mention the things that are happening in the movies, even though there's never going to be any crossovers. And then at some point that they got decanonized. But if you're watching from the Netflix perspective, the MCU is canon. But to the MCU, the Netflix isn't canon anymore, except that now it kind of is with Daredevil. It's a mess. It's a mess.
It is.
The
concept is actually like relatively understandable, but it's being presented and everybody's trying to get it's getting weird in the way that it's being tried to be explained and worked around, and it does get a little bit weird, but yeah.
This is a good point. My main issue with today's filmmakers is the fact that they don't seem to want a serious moment. Like, we don't have moments where like the camera like lingers. On an emotional beat. Like it's always undercut with some kind of joke or.
And honestly, I think that's why I like The Bear so much.
The Bear is so good.
Because it brings in all of those moments, and it really it zooms into the characters' faces. And
the Bear's not afraid of taking 10 minutes to zoom in on a character.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right? But I think that's why I love it so much.
100%. This is also one of my biggest issues though with modern day filmmakers, and I think Superman is the best example of this, where he's having a super emotional moment where he's sitting there and in the background is a comedic Guy Gardner hitting the alien with a baseball bat. And
each of those pieces I don't mind, but together they're kind of...
In Daredevil, Fisk's company was rebuilding the parts of New York. Yeah.
So the Netflix shows would reference the MCU, but the MCU rarely, if ever, referenced the Netflix things.
Netflix was constantly referenced. They referenced the big attack from Avengers, but
the event, I think they called it, the big green guy, things like that. And then like, because Daredevil's being pulled into the current MCU and they're deciding to kind of have it be a continuation, it is canonizing that a little bit.
That one's coming up. Don't worry, Josh.
Yeah.
I haven't even gotten a text from David. Man, we're going to have to shame him.
Shame. I can't believe you missed.
He was at my house today, man.
A stream. Who the heck would do that?
Okay. Peacemaker. We were talking about Peacemaker at some point. Okay. So
you did mention that you think the story is interesting.
No, and I said it started off kind of interesting, and then I stopped watching.
I was going to say it started off interesting because there was an orgy? What? Huh?
All orgies start off interesting, okay?
Yeah.
How they finish.
I was going to say they probably end really interesting, and
they probably all start off really awkwardly.
Yeah, awkward. That's true. But for anyway,
because we've all been there.
Yeah.
Hollywood
I think the story of Peacemaker would be interesting if there weren't so many stories about multiverses nowadays. Because in my mind, it's just like, this is another multiverse.
The things that I've heard some people talking about is that this seems to be doing a decent job of multiverse compared to what Marvel did, where it doesn't really do multiverse. But Yeah.
Fair
Well,
enough.
so
This is what I've heard. I don't know. I don't have my own opinion on it. So
his dad had like a pocket dimension closet where he kept all of his stuff, and apparently it's connected to all of the other. It doesn't really make a lot of sense.
It does not.
But it's not just a pocket dimension. The pocket dimension is linked to you can just walk into other universes through other doors, which I don't understand how that ever came to be.
So like a Monsters universe. I mean, a Monsters.
And I don't think that was the case in the first season. I didn't watch. I think I watched maybe 1 or 2 episodes of season 1.
I did not finish the first season, but from what I know of, they never mentioned that.
No, it was just like a pocket dimension, but it wasn't connected to other universes. But this, like, he walks in and he like sees like an alien also walking into the pocket universe, but they just have like different desks, and you're like, this can't be safe. You know. Also, having just watched Superman, they already explained that this is not safe. That was kind of the plot of Superman.
100%.
You can't do pocket
100%.
dimensions, man.
I think they referenced that. One of the characters from the Superman movie, we're talking about the dangers. Like, oh, we don't want this happening again. I don't know. It's weird.
When Soup's already streaming, man.
Well,
it's available digitally. You can buy it or rent it, but it's not free on a.
He's wondering, for example, when it's going to hit.
It's
HBO
not on
Max.
It's not on Max yet. Yeah.
As for when, who knows?
I don't think they've announced it. But yeah, so I mean, Superman flopped. Like it made less money than Man of Steel, and that's before it's adjusted for inflation. So are they gonna just say, "Oh, it's the first one. Like we got to build to it, like the MCU," or are they gonna panic and reboot again? I mean, we've already heard that a lot of the leadership at Warner Brothers is annoyed with James Gunn, not for his content, but for his online attitude.
Yeah. The one thing that I will say that Soups has going for it that Man of Steel didn't, that I think is better for them overall, in spite of the fact that it was not successful, not particularly successful financially, is that it's well received by critics and most fans and things like that.
That's true. Yeah,
because even
better, it was better received by critics than Zack Snyder's, for sure.
The unfortunate, the fact that it, as long as it probably broke even, which is somewhat questionable depending on what numbers you're looking at, means that they'll probably at least keep trying for a little while, but we'll see.
The longer I've had to sit on Superman, like it's kind of like my just enjoyment in person is getting washed over by all of the plot holes that we talked about. But more so than that, like I think just like tonally, and I enjoyed the silly tone that it felt like like it was pulled from a comic book, like some of the action is over the top comic booky, you know, and some of the plot is over the top comic booky, which was fun. But the worst part about that was that it never felt like the stakes were important. Like when at the, not to like spoil anything, but when like Guy Gardner at the very end and the Justice Gang show up to do some helping, and they're just breezing through, you know, he's just walking through, and there's never a point where any of those characters are in any danger whatsoever. And yet it was presented as this like world-ending thing, you know, and you're like, okay, that's funny, but also it kind of shoots your world building in the foot. Like it was played, that's what one-liners do, right? You're making a joke at the sacrifice of your world building, and that's what that scene was. Guy Gardner, you know, using his powers to give middle fingers to the bad guys and knock over tanks, which it's in the trailers, so I'm not spoiling anything. Yeah. It really kind of like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, I don't think it necessarily tears down the world per se, but
I'm just saying, like tonally, like I would have liked them to be in more danger. Like the superheroes
I got
like even when they're fighting the kaiju, it's like this is a Tuesday, which I get, like that was the point, but like also
yeah, that is the universe. Yeah, I don't know. I wanted to like it because I want to like, because I
liked it more than you did. I think
a little bit, and I came out of it with, because I tend to be the positive guy. If I'm going to be, you know, here talking about the negatives, I'll be like, yeah, these were some of the issues. Like I wanted to like it more. I liked it okay, but I liked the concept more than I liked the execution. And I think we're similar in that, where it's like we liked some of the ideas, some of the concepts. Again, the lighter, the more upbeat, positive Superman, but there was something that for me just didn't quite fit right. It wasn't necessarily the plot holes, but sometimes the goofiness was a little bit too much for me. Yeah, I don't know.
I think with Peacemaker too, like it's only, and is this confirmation bias? Probably. I think it's really illustrating kind of the issues that a lot of us thought we're going to have. Like, I think James Gunn can make a good movie. I don't think he's a good choice to be running the entire studio. Like, I don't think he should be in charge of the universe. It's like the Brandon Sanderson problem. Like he's so far, he's gotten so far removed from his audience. Like he thinks he can do no wrong now. And so he puts in an orgy scene and bragged about it. They wrote an article about it, like, oh, how we were able to do it. I thought I brought it up, but when I was organizing all my news articles, I couldn't find the orgy one.
Find it, huh?
But they were bragging about, oh, we've never seen anything like this on TV.
I mean,
maybe there's a reason. Maybe there's a reason that we haven't seen that on TV. You know,
but also we've had The Boys that has done something very similar, and Game of Thrones that has the dragon that maybe not
worse.
But
not all of us have seen it on The Boys, but Charles did. But it's been seen on TV. Okay.
Yeah.
To quote Superman, "Don't think, don't look, just fly."
I have not seen those older ones. I've seen a bunch of the older Batmans when I was going through for getting ready for BBS. But
looks like Chad agrees. 80% are kind of not thinking that the DCU is gonna be very successful.
Honestly, I think
define successful. Because here's the thing:
are they going to be able to keep
going?
Is this going to last 5 years, or in 5 years is it going to be canceled and rebooted?
Here's the thing. How long has the MCU been bad?
Yes.
The MCU has been bad for several years.
But it wasn't bad from the start.
The beginning, yeah.
So
everyone loved Iron Man, and
5 years. It's whether it will last much beyond that, like 6-7 years. That's the real question for me. I think it'll probably last.
The MCU started off good and got great and better, and then yikesy, we're going to turn it into a girl brand. Let's actually skip ahead to my news, which is halfway through the brief. This wasn't supposed to come up, but it's already been brought up in chat. Disney's panicking. They are desperately trying to come up with pitches that will appeal towards young men. I don't know, like Marvel or Star Wars? But no, let's turn those into girl brands. Let's ignore our target audience.
I would actually even argue that their target audience would have been the.
Okay.
I didn't see this meme. Do it. That would be great.
I would even argue though
make your point. Sorry.
That Disney's target audience is young kids and girls, like because you got the whole Disney princess thing going on. So like it's almost like two things to it. First of all, you already have stuff that should be appealing to the girls. If you want
that was their base audience. Yeah.
But guess what? How about you make stuff that appeals to everybody? Like not. Well, if you're trying too hard to appeal to everybody, you're going to fail. But like, just make good stuff that will appeal to anybody. Not trying to.
Well, I think that's what ruined the MCU is they tried to make it for everybody, and that's not what it was. So their base audience was more female than male, but. I grew up watching Disney movies. I loved them.
Yep.
Obviously, I watched 100%. Peter Pan more than Peter Pan and Robin Hood more than I watched Cinderella. And but I mean, even Sleeping Beauty's got a dragon in it. Okay, I watched Sleeping Beauty a lot,
and I love all the princess movies too. Yeah,
but so your base on your Disney movies cater more to women, and that's why they bought the MCU so they could have something that the boys would watch.
Mm-hmm.
And then decided, we don't like the boys. Let's make this for the girls too. Let's cater to everyone. But compartments are good.
Well, so I would even argue that I think they did a better job of it than you do. But I think that they tried so hard to make it appeal to the women in a way that pushed away a lot of men. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Not that they tried to say, hey, let's bring them in too. It was bring them in instead of the men.
The MCU had a process of not building hype the way they did with Thanos being teased. Sorry, of not building hype the way they did with Thanos being teased in 2012. It was also disappointed that a number of the MCU endings, such as Doctor Strange 1, didn't pay off. Yeah, no, like the MCU had missteps, but like you can't deny the success of the first 3 phases. Like, and Endgame. Infinity War and Endgame being just like the 2 highest grossing movies of all time. Like, and the MCU brought normies in to superhero movies.
100%.
That's actually honestly the biggest thing for me is some people are saying, oh, it's superhero fatigue. Some people are saying it's just mediocrity fatigue or whatever. And I think it's a symptom of the mediocrity. But I think that the result is that the normies out there are now just tired of superhero movies because they've gotten a lot of, but their takeaway, regardless of the fact that it's because of mediocre movies, their takeaway is, oh, that's just superhero stuff. I don't really care about that anymore. Yeah. So I don't think that any of it's going to get anywhere close to what it was before. MCU or DCU, even if they do make really good movies, I don't know if normies are going to come back to it the way that they did leading up to Endgame.
Oh yeah, Mordo never being seen on screen again. Like there was one scene in Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah,
that was like the most interesting teaser. Like, oh man, he's gonna start hunting down the good guys. That's cool.
Yeah, I would like them to follow up on that. That'd be nice.
Yeah, they were looking for a new boy brand. That's what this. Yeah. Yeah, they had Star Wars and the MCU, and they ruined both of them. And they shot Pirates of the Caribbean in the foot too. Because they believed all women. What's this? Oh, the Black Cauldron, man, dude.
Oh yeah, that was a good movie. I remember it being a good movie.
So good. I got the books from.
That was definitely one of my favorites. Was Black Cauldron.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Hey, that'll bring plenty of men.
How about for once, let's take your girl brands and let's make them appeal to boys. Yeah. Okay. Hey man, I watched Cinderella. Lily James was in it, man.
I know.
Cinderella was arguably a good live action.
Oh yeah, Treasure Planet. That is an underrated one.
Treasure Planet is so
is
good.
Gold.
Okay, so this is funny too. In MCU news, and we'll go back to the start after this. But many of the cast members of Avengers Doomsday have already wrapped filming. They're going to have to return for the reshoots because the script isn't done yet. This is how we make movies, boys. This is the complete mismanagement of the MCU.
It just sounds like a waste of money.
Let's start filming a movie that's not written yet.
Given that there is precedent for this all the way back from the beginning of the MCU in terms of like they were writing Iron Man script as they were going to, sort of, but they're taking it too far.
But Iron Man doesn't count. Iron Man was a shot in like a studio took a risk. Okay, that wasn't in the MCU that's already established and has already had the biggest grossing movies of all time.
And I completely agree that they are taking it too far if they're like not even done with it. But if
you don't buy Star Wars and then start filming it before planning it out, okay? You don't make an Avengers movie and start filming it before the script is done.
Yeah.
They took a risk with Iron Man, and they were writing it as they went because it was a gamble.
And
you don't gamble when you're up.
Yeah.
Okay?
So because you look at like, hey, Lord of the Rings. I've just been watching some people do a
at some point you got to walk away from the roulette table, or you're going to lose it all.
Come on now, you've got to know that you're going to make all 3 Star Wars movies, so make them all at once, like they did with the Lord of the Rings movies. It will actually save you money and allow you to make a better product because it's all consistent.
Yeah. I don't think I've seen the last Pirates of the Caribbean movie, the one where they brought back.
Will and
Orlando Bloom.
Will.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen that one. I really liked the spinoff with just Jack Sparrow and
I did not
because it
like
had
that.
Penelope Cruz in it.
I mean,
I liked that
That
one.
was the best part, but I didn't love that one. It was getting a little too goofy, and the latest one brought it a little bit back to where one was. But yeah,
Yeah, of course it would.
the only thing
At
with
this point, this is funny. This shouldn't even be considered reshoots.
well,
It's
that's
just
the thing is like
it's
still
just
called
finishing
reshoots, but
the
it's just-
shoots.
They're just they're doing pickups is more what it is, where they're like trying to get a little bit of redoing with it. And so the one thing that I'll say too, what Alucard is talking about there is it will cost them more than if they'd shot it just the once.
Yeah.
But they do plan on reshoots, so like they've got it planned for in their budget. Again, it could be better if they just shot it and knew what they were going for the first time. but,
Reshoots doesn't always mean bad. If it's if it's a movie on this scale, it usually is bad news. But
it's
like
not a
reshoots can sometimes just mean you shot the film and you started editing it together and you realize, oh shoot, we never got like the reverse shot of this person reacting to the line that this person said.
Well,
So
we
in
thought
the
we
edit,
did, but then it turns out we actually needed it a little bit differently. You know?
so you just go quickly, in a couple of hours, get someone reacting to something someone say, or you realize like, oh, for the flow of how we're editing this, we need a scene of this character walking away and slamming the door for it to make sense visually.
Yeah.
Like, not all reshoots are bad. MCU reshoots are, we realized what we filmed was garbage, and we need to try and completely
Sometimes.
reshoot the movie.
Yep.
I wouldn't say
they
that's unique to
pander the movie
MCU
towards a certain
reshoots,
group.
but yeah.
Sorry, I didn't hear what you said, Jared. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
I just said I would say that that's not unique to Marvel reshoots, and I think that they do a little bit more of
not unique to Marvel. Yes.
Oh yeah, and I think that they do a little bit more of the hey, we realized the story we were thinking was going to go this way, and we wanted to go this way instead, and so we need to reshoot things to make that happen, which is not as bad as the like, wow, this was garbage what we shot, but it's somewhere in the middle, and it's not as good as it's nothing, but it's also not as bad as wow, this was terrible most of the time, any more than probably any other movie. I
think there are 5. There are 5.
Yeah, there's 5 of them, and I
Pirates
think
of the Caribbean movies.
Yes, that's true.
yeah, the 5th one was the one where they got Will Turner brought back in with his son. The last one on Netflix that Alex
Something
about.
wild is going on with YouTube right now. It says we have 1 viewer on the stream, but there's like at least 6 people in chat talking to me. So anyway.
Mine is showing 7
for it.
people watching
Of course
now,
we do.
which I know I'm watching, and so are you, I'm sure. So that's a couple.
Yeah.
of
They're in talks to bring back Johnny Depp.
We have to do this.
I think it's official that they're doing another one with Johnny Depp.
I thought I'd heard some stuff that Johnny Depp wasn't sure if he wanted to come back anyway, though.
I mean,
so,
yeah, that's fair.
He did say that he would never come back after the
Yeah.
trial. I'm pretty sure.
So we'll see if they can convince him. So
I
did
haven't seen the
Daniel
5th
Craig
one, but
before the last Bond, though. So
I've seen Stranger Tides.
I am definitely a shrill for Pirates of the Caribbean.
You're a shrill?
Shrill?
A shrill?
Wait, is that
You're
It's a shrill.
Charles, are you a
are.
krill? Are you a krill for Pirates of the Caribbean?
I'm a shill.
Do you just get sucked up in the mouth of its wake?
I like Pirates of the Caribbean the way Jared likes Star Wars. I just keep coming back to it.
So
I actually will give a
is
little
not-
bit of extra
I-
defense to the first 3 of them, but the 4th one I did not like, and the 5th one was okay. So
I know the 4th one was
I-
I'll,
yeah,
I'll,
I
I'll
like
stand
all
for the
5
first
of
one
them, but-
right there with you.
Anyway, back to Marvel.
First-
Back to Avengers Doomsday, which, man, this is just I'm just ready for this movie to just be an absolute mess. Like all signs point to this not working very well.
Yeah,
And if
that's-
it works,
I'm excited.
I will be pleasantly surprised, okay? But man, Alan Cumming, the guy who played the original Nightcrawler, not the rebooted.
I learned
one.
his name because of him coming back to this film, not because I know him otherwise.
He's a good,
I remembered that he was the actor for that.
He doesn't even know who he was acting with half the time when filming Avengers Doomsday because he was just on a green screen.
I was
stand-in people just delivering lines. Like he doesn't even know what movie he's in.
Part-
Because
yeah,
this
but I
worked
was gonna
so
mention
well
people
when we did it to
just
Ian
below it.
McKellen in The Hobbit.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Exactly.
Jared. I talked
Yeah.
over what you were saying. What were you saying, Jared?
Well, that's what I was going to say. Is they literally did the same thing for The Hobbit. Like,
Okay, we were making the same point.
yeah,
You were trying to ruin my joke.
but it turned out. Well, actually, was it for The Hobbit? Because
I think it was.
Yeah, it was
It
for
might
the-
have been Lord of the Rings, but I think
I thought it was the original Lord of the Rings trilogy.
No.
it
but-
might have been. but I think it was The Hobbit.
No. It was when he came back for The Hobbit because they changed the way they filmed that trilogy.
But literally, like he was crying. Like
He broke down in tears because he was
broke,
just
yeah.
sitting in it. When they did it in Lord of the Rings, he was there in person because they used forced perspective, and he was filming with Elijah Wood. They were just like 10 feet away. They were 10 feet apart, but they could react to each other. And then they tried doing all green screen in The Hobbit, and he broke down crying because he's like, this is not acting, guys.
Yeah, he's like,
He's like,
it's not
please.
what he-
He literally said, like, please don't make me do this again.
The one thing that I'll say to what
And
what
now
Alan-
they're making him do it again with the return of Gollum Electric Boogaloo movie.
yeah
Wait, they're doing another Lord of the Rings?
Yeah.
they're doing he's
They're
back
doing
in
an
the new-
interquel called The Hunt for Gollum.
Oh.
And it's Gandalf and Aragorn trying to hunt down Gollum after like the first like 3 chapters of the first book. And Frodo's going to appear, even though he does nothing.
that one's
He's
the
just
surprising one to me.
he hangs out in the Shire for a few 5 years and does nothing. That Frodo's storyline during the Hunt of Gollum, which is a thing that happened in the book, Gandalf and Aragorn were hunting down Gollum because he knew about the ring, okay, and they heard rumors of him, they were trying to figure out what the heck the ring was. Frodo's storyline during that portion is him smoking pipeweed in the Shire.
Yep.
That's all he does. And he's going to appear in the movie.
I still have a little bit of hope because I'm an optimist. I'm still holding out a little bit of hope that might turn out all right. But
Are they bringing the original actors though?
yeah,
Yeah.
they've got Ian McKellen back for Gandalf, and they've got Elijah
Not
Wood
excited.
back for that. And what's his name is directing it? Who was Gollum, and so he'll be involved.
Goldeneye is a
no,
good
no,
movie.
sorry, Peter. The guy who directed the Lord of the Rings.
Peter Jackson.
He's back. Yeah, Peter Jackson is back. I think to direct. Or, no,
I
he's
didn't think he
producing
was
it.
directing it,
No,
but
you're right. He's just producing it, but it is.
yeah, but
Anthony Serkis,
he also
Andy
produced
Serkis,
the War of the Rohirrim.
Yeah.
It's just he
It
had
does
zero
sound like he's going to be a
involvement.
little bit more involved with this one than he was with that one, but yeah, we'll see. But
Dude,
the one thing I'm trying to say about what Alan Cummings talking about here is part of the reason that he's saying this is because he said something about fighting against Pedro Pascal, and they're trying to cover the tracks about oh, he said that, but maybe he wasn't because he doesn't really know who he's filming with or whatever. So yeah,
This is not how you make good movies, guys.
yeah.
Oh, look, hey, look, someone.
No.
Yeah,
Well, I was going to say that's kind of what I was
look,
referring to. Yeah.
That's what we were talking about. Yeah. Was that the last? Okay. Let me pull this off screen real quick. Should we just go to the regularly scheduled news now? You guys heard about Cracker Barrel, right?
Oh yes.
What's going on with Cracker Barrel?
Oh well, it got rebranded.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So they changed the logo, but they also remodeled all of the stores, and they're all soulless now.
And then
So you got
specifically,
the modern architecture.
Yeah. But the whole point of Cracker Barrel was it was like a country store, right? It's the subtitle is Old Country Store, right?
yeah.
I'll say I don't even hate the new logo.
That's awful. That's awful.
I don't even hate the new logo. It's fine. But I like the old one better.
I agree.
But I hate the remodeling of the actual interiors
I think
way more than the logo change. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have
Wait, I don't recognize it.
What is the interior
It's
redesign?
Mr. Biden. The interior, yeah, it's like a rustic. It's like walking into a barn. It's like a restaurant inside. Oh no,
That's awful.
yeah. Okay. Anyway, but this was hilarious. Dude Wipes updated their logo.
Nice.
I think that's hilarious. Also though, as someone who's, worked as a plumber for years, please don't use dude wipes.
Yeah.
Do not flush wipes down the toilet. It's a really bad idea. Even though they claim they're flushable, I will never. And I love this as a company. I think their marketing's fantastic. Don't ever put dude wipes in your toilet. It's no better than flushing wet wipes, like baby wipes, and those you're gonna ruin your pipes.
Well, the thing too is it also is really challenging to get them to break down in the actual.
They don't break
the actual like processing.
Yes,
they don't
past the pipes. Yeah, once they get into either your sump tank or your like a leach field or city sewers, depending on where you live. Yeah. They never break down.
They don't. They're a mess.
Don't flush your tampons down there either.
Again, I also I'm just looking at pictures now of the Cracker Barrel redesign interior. I also don't hate it as a general concept, but it's just not Cracker Barrel.
Right.
Yeah, it's betraying their core audience. It's the thing. It's the same thing as Disney and Marvel. All of this, they have an audience, and they're like, "Screw you, audience. We
want a different audience. We don't want those crackers."
Customers. Well, but here's the thing. It also comes down to what is actually selling, though. And like maybe that isn't selling as much as it used to. Like maybe it's all. I'm just going to be devil's advocate, is all. Because sometimes you have to rebrand to say, hey, our target market isn't what it used to be.
It's literally dying off.
This is what it looks like now. Like, yeah, I would.
It doesn't look bad.
I would.
It's definitely not an old country store now.
Exactly. That's the point. Like, yeah, I understand. The problem is like it's not like it wasn't selling well. The problem is they've literally said they didn't like who they were selling to.
And see that becomes a problem.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I got lost there. I didn't hear what you said, Alan.
Apparently, they've decided that it's not.
I get what you're saying, but it's not. It's not like we're not selling as much. It's that they didn't like who they were selling to,
and that's one that I'm a little bit more sad about. But yeah.
So their stock has absolutely plummeted. It's been a disastrous remodel. And I wonder if you can get. Like, this isn't a bad thing, but if I walk into a Cracker Barrel and this is what I see, I'm walking out.
Hey, all I'm saying is this is literally what the bear is all about.
Yeah. And it kind of says it was a bad move. They kind of say, hey.
That's true. I know, but
what did the bear do? They left they had a window to serve the old audience. So like, hey.
I get that. I'm just saying
there's no window into Jim Crow here. Okay.
But here's the
Cracker Barrel needs a Jim Crow window.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, markets change, right? And so you have to look at it as like, hey, this is a long-term decision that sometimes being stagnant isn't what's best for the business. And you have to evaluate that. And you have to look at it and say, hey, would doing something like this help? And sometimes...
Turns out the answer was no.
Yeah, don't do that.
So... I think you can definitely create a new take and a new fresh look without abandoning your core audience. Obviously, things change. Different, people have different tastes. I would like to go to Cracker Barrel if.
Wow.
There's only one person who can say.
Charles got a little distracted there.
I did.
Sorry, you were making a point or something, Charles. What were you saying?
I think Mark Clark's distracted too. That's why he's not chatting right now.
Yeah, there hasn't been any chats lately.
This is the one that.
Oh, that's awful. That's awful.
That's the one that Justin sent me. No, not Justin. Joshua.
Oh, that's the one he said.
I always get Justin and Joshua mixed up because they're always like first in the chat.
Yep.
Oh man.
Oh dear.
It's a good one. This is good. This is good too, though. Cindy Sweeney reads great books. It's the Nerdrotic book. Wow. I don't want people to misconstrue what I said like a couple months ago when they asked if I was going to buy the Nerdrotic book, and I said I wasn't super interested in reading it. I will buy the audiobook when it comes out. but I definitely don't have time to read it. I'm just like, it's probably a good, but I don't need to be like first on this. I know the story. He did too much drugs. He went to jail, and then he started YouTube, and now he's cleaned up his life, and he's an awesome guy. But this is a great promo. He reads great books. It's not. It was a meme. Someone was making fun of him, and oh yeah. Pray for quarter Black Garrett's kid, who's in the hospital right now. He's doing. There's been an update though. He's doing okay.
That's good.
But that was okay. Cracker Barrel memes. Oh yeah. I think David sent me this article, but I already had the original pulled up. Bella Ramsey said she wants to play Spider-Man.
Well, okay, you have to recognize it. It's this guy who always.
Yeah. It's the what's his name? He gives the best interviews.
Yeah,
but he always. I think he's sincere, but he always exposes how stupid Hollywood is with the questions he asks. He's like, is this the gayest Marvel movie ever? with the Agatha All Along interview, and he outed the Acolyte people. Is this the gayest Star Wars show ever? Yeah, it's the gayest one. He's great. He always primes the pump with he asks very leading questions.
Objection.
Yeah, I think I do have to defend. Unfortunate as it may be, I do have to defend Billy Ramsey. This is not the worst answer ever. You got to give her a little bit of charity, because I think what she says is we can play it.
Okay,
we can't hear it.
Yeah. I didn't watch it, so I don't know what she says. But apparently she said that she wants to play Spider-Man and make a heist movie with Pedro Pascal. Oh, you mean like The Last of Us, where you heisted the audience with a good story?
The audience.
That was bad. That didn't work. That didn't work.
We've seen where you were trying to go.
I'm sorry about that one.
Where you were trying to go.
Not all jokes land, okay.
You gotta.
You pulled a heist on the audience and stole their good story away. Is that
That's better?
That's too wordy. It's too wordy.
More like what you were getting.
I'm sorry. We're just
You
getting
know
on.
patience and timing.
I think you just pull the heist on the audience, short and sweet. There you go.
Or I could be
Can you hear that?
Yeah.
All right.
Or I could be Spider-Man.
Okay, make that pitch right now to Tom Holland. You're out. You're in.
Tom Holland did a great job.
This is
So
Did it not start at the right
so.
place?
This is the second half of the clip.
Okay.
This doesn't show the rest.
hold
I believe what she says.
I think I'll pull up the news article. Did you send me the news article or did David?
I don't think I did. No, I think that was David.
The ever unpresent David.
Yeah.
Can you hear this?
I can't believe you missed the stream.
Can't hear anything.
Oh, sorry, I'm not
The
sure.
gall.
No, there you go.
filming in Vancouver.
Audio?
And I was.
Okay. I don't want to watch 40 seconds of Bella Ramsey.
You
Okay.
were awake when the nominations were announced? Did someone text you?
I was awake. I've been filming in Vancouver, and I just
talking
got
about
on a walk,
elections.
and then I was in the car on my way to set, and I was like with my driver Cece, and I suddenly got a bunch of text there, and I glanced down. I was like, oh, it just happened. And then I left in
What
like 10
happened?
minutes.
Is this like Emmy nominations for her a wonderful performance in The Last of Us?
No, I think this is reacting to Trump's election.
Oh,
I thought.
nice.
Very quietly said to.
That's what
just
I
got
really
nominated.
want to get political advice.
Oh,
from
never
Oh,
mind.
Bella
no, it's right
Ramsey.
there. I just got
And
nominated.
Emmy, she was.
I was wrong.
She freaked out, which was
It wasn't a Razzie?
nice because I don't really freak out, so it's funny and sweet to have someone next to me freak out.
And then did they celebrate?
Oh, no. We just showed your meme, Joshua.
Yeah.
You stepped out.
Wrong time.
It was a good one.
Barrel.
Vancouver set?
That was
Or
worth
no
it.
one knew.
Well, yeah, I'm
Wait.
filming.
All right, yeah,
with
we gotta go. Yeah, we gotta.
and,
This is.
yeah,
Rest of us.
Yeah.
I
They asked me,
give a crap.
how's Pedro Pascal? Is he?
We're going to cut that.
That's gonna be the. No, never. He's here. I've ever texted him. And the publicist was in
it's just
get-go.
not-
I think from the beginning, really excited to see what came.
What do you want to do with Pedro again?
I want to
what
film a
do I-
heist
What would
movie.
you love? What would your next
Okay.
project with Pedro be? If they said whatever you want, it's going to get greenlit. What would
Okay,
it be?
I don't
Well,
really
it
care.
was-
And call him and say I want to be in.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
So maybe it's a sign. Maybe that is what we're gonna do next.
Oh, because
Call
he's
and
in
say
the
I wanna be
MCU.
in,
That's the segue.
the
He's in the
next
MCU. Are you
MCU
going to be in
movie.
it too?
Yeah, I don't know about that. We'll
Let's see you as a superhero, Bella.
Do you think?
Oh my God, yes.
Which one?
Your own. I think they need to create a new one. Yes.
Yeah, okay, cool. I'm into that. Or I could be Spider-Man.
Okay, make.
Okay, so what's your defense of that?
Well, okay.
He's
So
leading. Hey, if you want to play an MCU character, who would it be? Or he wasn't even saying that. He's saying
Like
you should be in the
your
MCU
own-
with an
you
original
You should
character.
be your own, and then she does bring up Spider-Man. But see, I think she goes on to say that Spider-Man is her only ever
Okay.
MCU movie she's ever watched.
Okay.
You're in.
Tom Holland did a great
So
job.
she's like,
So,
Right, but she's not a boy.
I agree. It's dumb. It's stupid.
Yeah, but
I'm just
She could have said, "I want to play
like,
Spider-Gwen."
but she thinks herself
but see,
as,
she's
as a
Right,
as a boy.
right,
doesn't she?
but-
That's right.
but she's-
made
she
that-
does.
She's not. I think she's considers herself non-binary.
non-binary. Yeah,
I
right.
don't think she's trans.
So she's kind of in between, right? Isn't that what that means? Is that you can be
Right, but Spider-Man's not non-binary.
It's a dumb.
I know,
It's a
but
dumb
she's an
answer. Or a
actress.
dumb
So
thing
if
to
that's
say.
the way she feels, all I'm saying is yes, for us, she's a girl, but for her
No,
to have that desire,
She
could
is
be
a girl.
saying,
It's not
"Hey,"
just for us.
I know, but for her, since she identifies as non-binary, right? She has this idea that she could be a boy or a girl, right? Then
She has
she
he,
could
them
see
pronouns.
herself being Spider-Man.
Yeah, well, that's.
I thought she just doesn't care what pronouns anybody uses. That's what
Harvey
I heard.
Weinstein interviewing Greta Thunberg. Good one.
so I don't know.
All I'm saying that for her and her perspective, that could definitely be something she wants to do. Obviously, it doesn't make sense to us, but for her, it's definitely good.
Right,
Yeah,
and it's
it's
because
bad
no one's
take.
ever told her no. Hey,
Well,
you're a
that's
girl.
different-
No
that's
one's
a
ever said
different thing.
no. You're a girl. You can't be Spider-Man.
I'm pretty sure she's had some people tell her that before.
Probably has. Yeah.
Not anyone in
With power.
close to her.
And
I'm sure
Yeah.
strangers
Or
on the
can
internet have said it.
make
We've
any
said it.
impact.
But no, the people who it just shows that the people close to her don't actually love her.
Yeah.
So if you love someone, you don't let them live in delusion.
I mean, I don't know if it's
Slinging
black
those
and white like
webs.
that, but
Yeah, something like that.
I agree,
Your
Jared.
favorite superhero?
You know what? Spider-Man was the one with Andrew Garfield. Are there several with him? One of them with him was the first time I'd ever watched a Marvel film, and that was like 2 months ago, 3 months ago.
Her first Marvel film were the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man movie.
oh man, now that's not helping her case though.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Yeah. So
Which maybe that goes to
it's a bad take.
and maybe that's the only
It's a bad
Marvel character
take.
she knows.
Maybe. I mean, Spider-Man's pretty dope. If I could be any MCU
Oh.
character, it would be Spider-Man. Spider-Man would be dope. So
I think I agree with. I would make a bad Spider-Man, but if I had the choice, I would be him, 100%.
This was I don't know. We don't need to talk about this, so we don't want to. But
What is this?
Reddit's a degenerate place, and it's now taken over Dark Souls. Now they voted on a new picture for the Dark Souls profile, and they picked the picture of this frog, but it was a PNG, and so the Reddit mod added a background to it because it needed to be a JPEG, and so they added the trans flag, and then people got real upset, and she blocked and banned anyone who got upset about it from the Dark Souls subreddit. And then George Alexopoulos made a funny comparison, but I don't know. It's too much reading. Millie Bobby Brown has an adopted child now, and she's been married for like 3 years. And
no, it's gotta be sooner than that. Like it can't be 3 years. I know she just
Millie
got
Bobby
married.
Brown,
but
the 11-year-old.
I think she got married it's either 2 or 3 years ago. She's been
Really?
married for a while.
It's been a
And
little bit. Yeah.
She's still a middle schooler in Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Yes.
Stranger Things is still not done.
She's 21.
It's coming out in
Oh, wait,
November.
no.
November and December.
Were they freshmen in season 4?
They might be. I think they're probably playing them as high schoolers.
I
in
think
this
they
one,
might have been
Yeah.
freshmen in season 4. So
Yeah.
she just started high school, guys.
But hey,
I
this
mean,
is
that's
pretty,
nothing
this is pretty
new.
normal.
Okay.
Like a lot of
Honestly,
Teenager or
those will show.
adults
No, hey,
playing
I'm
teenagers.
super happy that she got married so young,
Yep.
and that they're adopting
100%.
children. That's
And
awesome.
adopting's great. Yeah.
Don't just adopt. Try and have children of your own, though. If you can't, adoption's a fantastic option. But and there's
And
nothing
we don't know the
less.
details of what's going on with their lives to know otherwise. But yeah.
I think it's awesome that people are getting married young. People don't marry young enough. 30 is way too late to get married.
Whoa. All right, now that's
And
I've
it's-
I've been talking with your mom for a long time, Jared. You should have got married a long time ago.
It's nothing to be ashamed about. If you willfully choose to get married that late, that's something.
Jared
But if
was
you,
trying.
just,
Jared was trying the whole time.
You
okay?
try, it doesn't work out.
Well,
Hey, it's gonna take me a long time.
It's not that Jared wasn't looking for a wife. Okay. He was
What
looking in
I'll
the wrong
also say
places.
is, I don't think that it matters what age you get married. I think what matters is that you get married and you know what you're getting into and you decide to stay dedicated to it, whatever age you get married. And if there are people who are getting married at 21 that are not going to stick with it, not going to respect the realities of being married, then don't get married at 21. Get married when you're ready to do that.
Yeah, I would
That's
just say
true.
that
It's
I
kind of
wholeheartedly agree. I just
21?
worry though that the younger you are, like there's definitely like you haven't experienced life,
It's been
There's
and
a
one
you
lot
need to experience life before you get married.
I won't say you have to experience life. before you
Getting
get
married is life.
but
What are you
But I
talking
think
about?
that I think that you have to go into it knowing that this is going to be an aspect of growth and change and things like that. Like I don't remember who it was. Maybe it was on the stream we were talking a little while back. Maybe it was somewhere else talking about Fiddler on the Roof and the whole "Do You Love Me" song. And like they got married too young, didn't have life experience.
That
but
was an
they
arranged marriage,
decided to
though.
be.
Yeah.
There was an arranged marriage, right? But they decided we're going to make this work. We're teammates. We're working together. And then they realized, hey, this actually is a really good. Like we've got a great life because we're dedicated to our marriage. You know.
I think
Mark Clark.
There we go, baby. Dragon
It
Jared.
stings. It stings.
I think getting married young is very comparable to being raised by two stable parents, a mother and a father. It's being married younger has a better chance of a healthier marriage. It's not all the case, and it doesn't mean that all late marriages will fail or that all early marriages will succeed, but it
I'd like
is
to look at this.
statistically better for marriages.
What?
Younger.
Sorry. Yeah.
I
What?
don't
What?
know if I would agree that
what-
it's better, but I do see kind of where you're coming from.
Hold on.
I think
What-
that
what-
there
what-
are the advantages.
Yeah, what I meant to say is that like the problem with getting married so young though is that you haven't been faced with real issues. So you don't know how you're going to react when real issues come up, right? Like and so you live in this honeymoon sort of reality because you're not put to the test and you're not like for example, you know, when I was 21, I just got back off my mission and I had to go to college, right? You have to learn to make important decisions for yourself. You have to say, okay, I got to eat, right? So you got to figure out how to eat. You got to figure out how to manage a budget, right? Like those sort of things. If you never have that sort of experience, then how can you expect to join with somebody else?
You learn it
I
together.
think the point of the story is like
You learn it together.
Just like 10, 20 years ago, by 21, people had already had those experiences, and we've created a generation that they're man babies, you know.
Again, there's some
That's
truth to
certainly
what you're
true.
saying there, Alan. But I think that honestly, to respond to Jared, you learn to do it together. You and your partner together, and it's
I agree.
important that you go in acknowledging the fact that you are going to have to be learning these things together. So I don't think that you have to have had those experiences before you get married in order to have a successful marriage.
I agree, and I'm not saying you have
That
to.
allows you to work
Yes.
through that.
Yes,
So-
and I'm not saying that's a requirement. I'm just saying that it adds so much unnecessary like challenge to a marriage.
But
That
I
is
think
already challenging.
I would
I'll
necessary
push.
challenges
Okay,
It would depend.
okay. I've
beneficial
got a
to
response.
your relationship. So
I obviously any type of world experience can help you with future world experiences.
Yeah.
But I got married pretty dang young, and having a spouse while experiencing challenging problems in life
That's true.
makes those challenges easier.
as long as
That's the whole
and
point of a
two.
marriage is like you support each other. If
As
you're on
long
the
as
same
you're
page
actually
together,
doing that.
Yes.
That's the problem, is that people go into marriages not trying to do that.
they don't
And
become
therefore,
one.
by not having those experiences beforehand, or by deciding that they want to do one thing and the other person does another, it's going to mess it all up. But it's all about.
I'm not saying Jared's in a bad marriage. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, I think, unfortunately, too many people think, oh, I need to go out there and have all these experiences so that I'm ready for marriage. Guess what? You're never going to be ready for marriage. That's kind of the point. Like, you're never going to be ready to move out. You have to take that step, and marriage is fantastic, and it's great as long as you act as you're actually dedicated to your spouse and you love each other, you help each other through things, and I'm super happy that someone as like Millie Bobby Brown, who's in this brand new generation, is willing to take a risk and get married at 20. She got married at 20. I think that's
last year,
fantastic.
by the way. It was last year.
I hope she
That's
doesn't follow
earlier
the
than
same,
me.
Trend as most.
So
All right, go ahead, Charles.
My internet froze. No, okay. I hope she doesn't follow the same trend as most pop stars and get divorced and get married and
I hope
divorced again.
I hope their marriage is successful. Yeah.
Me too.
To add one more thing to this, though, is the reason that I believe marriages are better when they're younger is because of a certain level of immaturity. You're not fully developed yet, and that's the reason why getting married younger helps the marriage better, because you're maturing and developing together. It's like when you get melted cheese, they mix better than a block of cheese and shredded cheese. Like they don't mix very well.
I don't know if I'm following
When
this
you're-
metaphor. I don't understand this metaphor, Charles.
Good old metaphor. for
That
Charles.
metaphor
Yeah,
makes sense. Okay,
Unlike
if you're
Jared's marriage,
developing, if you're already developed, if you're 30, your mind is completely developed, and you meet somebody else, like the chances that you're going to be able to mesh well is not guaranteed as well. It's not as guaranteed as if you had met them when you were younger and you grew together and you developed.
I do think you have some good points there, but yeah.
Sure.
So
Think about this.
I
If you had
would like to
aged
see the
cheese.
statistics, but yeah.
Aged mature cheese, and you combine aged mature cheese together, then you've got a
That's the thing.
fantastic combination.
They mature differently. That's the thing, though, is they mature separately, and it's harder to put them together. They work great separately, but they don't work great together all the time. I'm saying that immaturity, into quotes, is
That's
a
a
feature,
fair
not
point.
a bug.
I do get your point. I think that the terminology of using immaturity doesn't necessarily click well for me, but I do get your point of
Undevelopment.
learning to develop together is what is essential to a marriage. So having already gone through some of that development independently can make that more difficult. So yeah,
The audience is trying to move the conversation. They are
I was
not.
gonna say,
I know,
love
man.
this.
We got
This is
stuck again.
I've been trying to move past it
Anyways.
for a long time too.
Sorry.
Clarkson's Farm is trying for a 6th season. I know. Yeah, I know they're already making 5. That'd be great if they do season 6. Keep doing it forever,
Yes.
man.
I'm so glad you guys are loving it.
Dude, it's a
good.
great show.
I got it. I finished season 3 because you guys were complaining. I hadn't watched it. I just got busy, okay? But I'm halfway through season 4, and oh man, I hate the government. Okay. I hope my brain hasn't stopped development. Okay, it goes. It's a different stage of development, but yeah, the brain is more malleable when you're young.
Yeah.
So life is like cheese and not a box of chocolates. There you go. Okay.
Melted chocolate. Hey,
Absolutely.
life is
It's a lot
like
easier to put
aged
that
and
filling inside.
moldy cheese.
I don't think there's nothing wrong with getting married in your 30s, but I think
I'm just hearing Charles calling Jared moldy cheese.
Jared,
That's all
would
I'm
you
hearing.
not?
Yeah,
Would
it's
you? If you could like travel back in time and meet your wife 5 years earlier, would you say no to that?
Oh, absolutely not. No, absolutely not. Yeah.
Right answer. Good
You
answer.
do have to take everything I say
There
with
you
a
go.
grain of salt
There you
because
go.
I am the only unmarried one.
Well,
On the
I'm just
panel?
saying.
Your wife's, I love your wife's fantastic, by the way.
You both have
Obviously,
great
I'm-
points. I
I'm-
think you both
I
have
hope
great
your
points.
cheeses melt together so well, Jared.
I don't want to hear about his cheese melting.
Absolutely. Yeah.
All right, back to nerdy stuff. The Toxic Avenger remake with the Game of Thrones midget is
Did you just
coming
call
out
the Game
soon.
of Thrones midget?
What is this?
Yeah, the midget
Peter
from Game of
Dinklage?
Thrones. He's
Peter
the Toxic
Dinklage?
Avenger. But they did an ad for Liquid Death. I don't want to watch the full ad. It's just like, oh, I'm drinking diabetes. But you should drink Liquid Death instead.
Is that
But-
Peter Dinklage?
This is Peter Dinklage. It looks really bad.
That's
And obviously,
Peter
this is for a
Dinklage?
commercial.
That does not
The
look
movie
like-
might look better. This is this is the
that
movie
really
though.
Peter Dinklage?
that-
That does not look like Peter Dinklage.
No. So it's not.
Okay.
He's dubbing the lines. So
Oh.
Peter Dinklage plays the character
Oh,
before
what?
he gets mutated, and then he didn't want to wear the costume because he's
Oh,
up his own
course.
butt. And so someone else did all the acting, and he just dubbed the lines, and that's why the dubbing is actually really poorly done. Maybe it looks better in the movie than it does for this commercial. But this is also the movie that was filmed like 6 years ago, and no one has been willing to like pay for it yet. Like it's just now coming out because it's supposed to be really bad. But
arguably the most unhealthy person.
That was really bad.
Yeah, no.
I can
The
hear it.
dubbing's
I think
horrible. The
that's-
dubbing's horrible. Right?
Yeah.
So he's like, "Hey, don't drink that diabetes." But there's one line in here that I really want to talk about, which is hilarious. The problem is I don't know if it's part of the joke or not. So I need your help deciding. I don't know if it's done sarcastically or not. It very well could be part of the joke. Okay, I'll get to it.
Not invited, you disgusting freak.
It's true. I'm arguably the most unhealthy person on the planet. I fell into a vat of toxic waste, and I have this tumor growing out of my forehead.
The dubbing's horrible, right?
Yeah, it's horrible.
Like when you can't just go into a sound booth and say your lines. You have to do the timing. That's okay. ADR. I'm a sound guy. Okay, ADR bothers me
Listen,
if it's not done correctly.
kids, there's one thing even I won't put into my body. Soda. Some of this stuff has an ass load of sugar.
Yeah, so?
So, scientists are linking sugar to diabetes, which
Not the worst ADR I've seen, but not great.
Scientists are linking sugar to diabetes.
Just starting to. Maybe this is set in the 80s.
I'm like,
Now,
yeah.
maybe that is that part of the joke. In 10 years ago, I would have laughed my head off. Okay, but we've been 20 years ago, but we've been subject to 20 years of fat acceptance, and we're not allowed to say that being fat is unhealthy anymore.
Yeah.
Is this a joke, or are they dead serious? Scientists just barely figured out the only thing that causes type 2 diabetes. It's not linked to diabetes. It is diabetes. Sugar. Is this part of the joke? Because like if it's part of the joke, it's hilarious. If
think-
it's
But you can't
serious,
tell.
I'm
Is it supposed to
so
be there
mad.
in the 80s? That's what I think, because I think they're supposed to be in the 80s or something like that. So maybe that is.
Oh, maybe. Like, I want to laugh. I pray so hard that this is part of the joke, but I don't know if it is.
The problem is that like the commercial itself is just so goofy. Anyways, it's just like you said with the bad ADR.
It's goofy. So
it's
like,
goofy in a way that but then it's also trying to be preachy. Yeah.
I really want it to be part of the joke, but I don't know. It like the delivery. I don't
has
know.
an ass load of
If it was sarcastic, like I needed like more inflection in that line, you know? Scientists just barely figured out.
sugar.
Yeah, so?
So, scientists are linking sugar to diabetes.
But they even have like this lower chyron, like, hey, guess what? Scientists found out that sugar is bad for you. You know? It's hard
Don't
to see.
take any advice,
Which can
especially
lead to
medical advice from him.
Yeah, he's not a doctor. Don't take advice. But maybe it's part of the joke.
Yeah, I think it might be part of the joke.
I really, really hope it's part of the joke.
Limb loss? Yeah, right.
Oh, wow. This one is actually 72 grams of sugar. That can't be good for you.
Right. Drink liquid death instead. Like,
what's liquid death?
oh, it's
Water.
it's sugar.
I was
Less.
going
It's
to say,
less
isn't it
sugar.
just water?
Well,
I think
so
it's just canned branded water.
The plain the black can is just sparkling water, and
Oh,
then they
it's
have a
even sparkling
white can
water.
that's just water, and then they have a Coca-Cola flavored one and a Dr. Pepper flavored one and like a root
Just
beer,
water.
I don't know.
Yep, it's just water. It's just branding. They're trying to be like, make water cool again or something like that.
I don't know the reference. I don't know how
What?
to say diabetes correctly, but
Diabetes.
What movie is this?
All
The
of
Toxic Avenger?
The Toxic
I
Avenger.
have
It's a
never heard
remake.
of this.
It's a remake. So
Yeah,
I've never seen the original, I don't think.
the male basketball player is fat. That's
No,
the
they're
point,
just
is that
yeah, exactly.
They
They're
drink
just-
sugar, so they've got their chubbies. And if you are not, man, that's just. But
Yeah, it
Anyway.
doesn't make sense though that there's the sports guys and they're chubby, huh?
well, that's the joke, because they're drinking sugar and so they're fat. So like, I think
get
it's
it.
part of the joke.
Yeah, I think so.
Like, God help us if it's not. Like, but
Because
society is so screwed up that I can't tell if it's part of the joke. Anyway, I saw that and I had a heart attack. It's kind of a clever ad. I kind of like it.
that
I
has
kinda
nothing
like
to do with all the sugar that you eat, huh?
murder your thirst. The branding for Liquid Death is really cool. I think it was a funny idea. So
I think it's a little ridiculous, but cool, sure.
I'm never gonna drink it. I think I did try one once, but there was no other sparkling waters. I needed a sparkling water for something, and that it was a discounted.
I will go thirsty over drinking sparkling water.
Hey, you know what?
It is
when
awful.
you've given up sugar, sparkling water is nice. It's like, oh, I'm kind of drinking a soda,
No,
but I'm not.
No,
I-
the flavor.
It's
the flavor is
absolutely
horrible.
Well, okay. I think what's the really popular one? That not Perrier.
LaCroix.
Probably.
LaCroix is
LaCroix.
disgusting. LaCroix is disgusting. Not sponsored. Right there, Waterloo. So much better. I really like Waterloo.
How do you spell?
Oh well, that's like flavored sparkling. I mean, that's different than just sparkling water. Like sparkling water.
Oh,
I mean,
just
technically, LaCroix is
just like a
flavored, too.
tonic water.
Yeah, like that's.
Yeah,
that's
no, you got to have like a hint of lime or something.
It's grown on me a little bit, but I'd rather get flavor. Yeah.
It's absolutely an acquired taste, and I have acquired that taste. I like sparkling waters. Okay.
And again, it's better than
Yeah,
having
sparkling-
having soda, but it's not as good as having just plain water. So
I'll just drink water.
I mean, I drink
Good
lots
for
of
you.
water too. I drink.
I struggle with it. I
I
try
drink
really
probably
hard.
3 of these every day, and it's
Yeah.
like a million ounces. They're all pregnant. Yeah,
Oh, you know
okay.
what? You know what I've been drinking? Hold on.
Good joke there.
Oh yeah, Charles has been drinking
Yeah!
Sydney Sweeney's bath water.
I got to give a nice shout out to Mark Clark's joke in the chat, though.
What did
Confirmed
I
Alan
say?
is a huge ABBA fan because of Waterloo.
Oh,
It's a-
Waterloo,
Yep.
something you
Wanted
supposed
to.
wanted to. I was gonna say supposed to do. That's a good song, dude. I like ABBA.
Yeah.
I'm not ashamed. Can I? Okay, there's the rest of the news is all DCU related. Can we? I just wanted to brag real quick. Oh man, we're an hour and a half in. We haven't talked about anything yet.
talked
There
about-
wasn't anything to talk about anyway.
No.
Alien Earth was dumb, and
What?
Peacemaker was dumb.
Yeah.
I watched Nobody and Nobody 2.
Yeah, okay. But okay,
No,
we'll get to that. But
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Today was my son's 10th birthday party. Not his actual birthday. I'm not going to tell you when it was. You internet freaks. But he loves the show Gravity Falls. He wanted to have a Gravity Falls themed birthday party, and I just wanted to show off how good of a freaking daddy I am. Okay, I'm the best dad in the world, other than feeding
okay
my
with
kids
dad than
food from
daddy.
the dollar store. Okay. if you don't know, Gravity Falls was a Disney
Hilarious.
show. It's really well made. There's a whole bunch of mysteries. They had an actual like real life scavenger hunt with like money on the line too. Like it was super cool. And so he loves the show, and so I made him a scavenger hunt, and it was freaking awesome. And so I just wanted to show off a little bit of my hard work. Okay, this is how cool.
Heck yeah.
A Gravity Falls scavenger hunt. So they were supposed to get goodie bags with candy in them, and Elliot made them. He folded up little like a Bill Cipher like out of paper, and we filled it with candy. And so he was super excited to give these to everybody who came to the party. And I stole them and turned them into the prize for the scavenger hunt. And so my wife pulled out the box. Okay, everyone, come grab your prize. And it was empty. The box was empty, and inside was a note from Bill Cipher. It was in an envelope, and there was like red writing all over it. And it was like, ha ha ha, I stole your candy. And then inside was a little note, which I've aged wonderfully, right? And so I had little poems. The scavenger hunt, like I wanted the clues to be pretty obvious because I didn't want them to just like run around the house guessing what the thing is. So I made getting the clues hard, but like once you saw the clue, like, okay, that's what it is. Like the first clue is a place where warmth dare not intrude. I guard your goods in solitude. My chilling might halts time's decay. Within my chest, the puzzle lay, and it was inside the chest freezer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, I was thinking fireplace.
Riddles.
No, I'm just kidding.
The riddles aren't hard. Okay. But that's not the point. So I had a clue that led to the freezer. Inside of the freezer was the second clue, but it was frozen inside a chunk of ice. And I had a question mark painted on the ice. Like, what the crap? They pulled it out, and I had it like inside a Ziploc bag, which I should have gotten a more expensive Ziploc bag because it got wet, and I had to hair dry it while they were doing the rest of the scavenger hunt because spoilers, there's more to the story. They needed it. Okay, so inside a block of ice, there were two. They could have melted it in the sink, but they decided to they jump on the trampoline and slam it down on the concrete, and it shattered. They pulled out the clue, and this one led them to the treehouse. So inside the treehouse, I bought a little birdhouse. And I just hid it inside, and I painted it to look like the Mystery Shack from Gravity Falls. I did a wonderful job, okay? And sticking out of the bird hole was the third clue, okay? Which was great, and it was painted up wonderful. Sorry, okay. Third clue. Third clue tells them to look in the garden, and X marks the spot where I had buried the fourth clue inside of a box. Okay. I had two shovels sticking out of the dirt, making an X. They dug it up. It was deep. They were like, he wouldn't have done it this deep. I did. They had to keep going, baby. Inside a cardboard box was this, which I 3D printed. Open it up. Oh my goodness. It actually, it didn't say X marks the spot. It said X marks the spots, which that will come up later, was this. Inside of this box is a little thingy. Oh, what's that? It doesn't look like it's complete. There was no clue. Wow, we're stuck. What do we do? Turns out it's not X marks the spot. It's X marks the spots. And so this X isn't lined up. If you twist it and turn it into an X, this comes off, and there was a clue inside. Oh,
nice.
My son liked it so much, he's made a scavenger hunt for me that I have to go do after this stream. So this is his clue. He reused all of my stuff to make another. It was adorable. I was very proud of him, and I can't wait to do it. So inside that, X marks the spots. Then you finally get the second clue, except that half of the words are in runic, and you're like, wait, the puzzle stops there. What happens next? If you looked at turns out you have to go back to the birdhouse, because written on like one side, if you looked at it from one angle, you could read words, and it said "look inside," and the rest of the cipher was inside the birdhouse, which I had pried apart and then glued back together. They had to smash the birdhouse to get the rest of the cipher, okay, to translate the English alphabet into the runic alphabet, which I pulled from the actual TV show. And then you can, now they can translate.
Oh, man, that's cool.
And also hidden on the house was the key to the cipher, because the cipher spins, so you don't know which. So they had to go back to that, and then they can start translating the notes. This one led them to the microwave, where the next clue was inside of a bag of popped popcorn, and then that led them to the beanbag chair, where I had a red herring. Our beanbag chair has pockets in it, and I had this one that says check the zipper, except it said check the dipper, and I crossed out the D and replaced it with a C because Dipper is a character in Gravity Falls. I thought that was a clever pun. So they found this one in the easy hiding place, had to translate it and say check the zipper, so they had to go and unzip the whole beanbag chair for the real clue, which led them to the rose bushes, and then the rose bushes, hidden in the rose bushes, baby. No. Yes, okay, the real clue. Did I get them out of order? What was this one? That was the beanbag chair. Yes. Okay. Sorry, I got them a little out of order. There we go. The beanbag chair led them to the rose bushes, in which was buried under a bunch of flowers and weeds was this box, which holds a freaking cryptex that I bought.
Wow.
I went, dude.
Wow.
And this clue, which doesn't say anything, it's just in runes, and once translated, says connect the dots. What dots? Well, if you look at the backs of all of the previous clues, I had little dots with like a line coming off of each dot, and on each one was a symbol that they had to connect the dots. That one was the red herring. They had to connect, and they got too excited. Some of them did it wrong, so we had to cross out some of the lines. Okay, they connected all of the dots, and then they had to translate those dots to get the 6-word clue, which was cipher. And then when they opened that up, there was one more clue, which led them to their prize, which was in the garage. I am an awesome freaking dad.
That's awesome. That is super cool.
The kids were like, even some of the kids because there were like 12 of them, so not all of them could participate, but they would like take turns doing the translating, so that helped.
Nice.
Even some of them who weren't like hardcore participating were like, this is the coolest scavenger hunt I've ever seen.
That's awesome.
I made them and also this is a cipher. The clue was Bill, because Bill Cipher is the bad guy. Yeah. I just wanted to show off all the freaking hard work that I did.
Very cool.
That's really, really cool. Dude.
I gotta give me
that sounds super fun.
Props to that, yeah.
Also, I kind of wanted an excuse to buy a Cryptix, so.
There you go.
Thanks, Jacob. Cool. I am pretty cool. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, you were going to tell us about Nobody. So you hadn't seen Nobody 1, right?
Yeah, I hadn't seen Nobody 1 until just the other day. Yeah, it's so good. You've seen it. Have either of you guys seen it? The first one,
I have not seen. I have not seen
so
the first
it's
one.
It's made by the same guys that did John Wick. It's kind of like I think they haven't really said if it's in the same universe, but I think most people
there's nothing explicitly tying them together.
It probably takes place in the John Wick universe because it's a world full of assassins, but it might not. Maybe it's a parallel universe, right?
Yeah, there's nothing that says it is. There's nothing that says it isn't. So,
it's basically John Wick, but John Wick's a dad.
And it is a little goofier.
Tonally it's more, it's corny.
Totally it's more good.
It's over the top more, but the action is just as good.
Which when I saw the trailers for Nobody 2, I was taken aback a little bit because I'd not actually seen anything from Nobody 1 except that hearing that it was made by the same people that did John Wick, and
So you
could
weren't expecting
probably
it
fit in that
to be
in
funny.
that exact same world. And it took me a minute, but the way that the movies start is a great setup to let you know how it's going on. Like the very first one starts out with he's in an interrogation room with handcuffs on and everything. He reaches in, gets out a cigarette and a lighter, and he lights it up. And then he pulls a kitten out of his coat and a can of tuna and opens it on the interrogation desk and like starts feeding the kitten on the interrogation desk. And that's just like that's your primer for this is going to be a little bit extra goofy.
Yeah, Bob Odenkirk is great, and he like the action. He did great with the action scenes too.
Yep. And so the rest of the movie is a fun bonkers action movie and everything like that.
Who plays the wife? Because she was really fun too. It's
not.
She was great.
Susan. No, she's the
nobody.
Yeah.
It's Connie Nielsen. Is
Connie
that
Nielsen? That's right. Yeah. So the whole family's back in this one. He's doing his assassin sort of thing, and then they go on vacation. It's almost goofier in like more goofy, but it's right in the same vein. So this one didn't work for me quite as well as the first one. I think there were some things that took me out of it a little bit more. I think that the violence of it was a little bit more brutal, which meshes oddly with the goofiness. Sometimes it's a little bit more gritty, and sometimes it's a little goofier. Like the very ending has a very like brutal looking scene, but it's very much in the vein. Like the bad guy gets a tranquilizer dart shot into their eye through their sunglasses. So like things like that it's brutal, but it's a little bit goofier rather than something that's just bad people running into spikes and things like that. So some of the brutal stuff was a little bit much for me, but I thought it was really good. So if you like the first one, you'll probably like the second one. I don't think it's quite as good, but it's in the same vein, and I think it's all right. So
the Naked Gun. I haven't light up cup and popcorn bucket. I'm not sure.
I did hear that they have a beaver popcorn bucket for Naked Gun.
I haven't seen any of those. That's cool.
Yeah, which is that's a great one for Naked Gun to have a beaver popcorn bucket.
Right.
They do have a reference to the beaver in this new one, which is
was fun. So not as good as the first movie, but still good.
Yeah, I'd say it's still right in that same vein. I think that it amps up a little bit of the brutality. It amps up a little bit of the goofiness.
I'm planning on watching it. I don't know if I'll catch it in theaters though.
Yeah, it's definitely also like it. I don't think it takes away from the movie in those terms, but I think that there's a degree to which it's like it's doing what a sequel will do. It kind of gives you the same beats. It gives you some of the same concepts, but it's trying to do it bigger and better, and it doesn't do a terrible job of that. So, it doesn't fall flat on its face because of that, but it's kind of like trying to do the same thing as the other one. So
cool. Okay. So let's see. The next item on the docket is, we're going back to James Gunn's butt, in which his head is firmly lodged. So DCU news. Talking about the future of the DCU, which is quite relevant now after a box office. I wouldn't say a bomb, but a box office flop. They didn't make money.
Yeah,
like they kind of maybe barely broke even.
Mm-hmm.
If they broke even at all.
They did have success in critical and audience reception, which
they're definitely going to make another one, but we'll see. So they're in the early stages of making video games, and there's one thing he's particularly excited about, being very cryptic, and he adds there's a good chance that David Cornsweet will voice Superman in a game, because that was his big pitch, is that the movies and the TV shows and all the animation, they're all going to be the same, voiced by the same people.
So I like how there's a good chance.
And he's already backtracked on.
Which, some of it he already backtracked on because of like Creature Commandos. Some of the voices aren't going to like line up or whatever. But
the only voice
makes some sense. But
the only voice that could is Frank Grillo.
Frank Grillo, and he is, but like the rest of them are like there's a handful of them that are all Alan Tudyk, and he's like
okay. Alan Tudyk plays more than one guy.
Yeah, I think he plays a couple of them, and then it's like, but he's not going to play those characters in in live action ones. So
okay, so you're just another thing that he said that wasn't true.
Here's the problem: is it's kind of a good concept. It's a good thing to say.
I think it's
we're going to do something like this. But the problem comes in when you're guaranteeing it way up front, because Star Wars did the same thing with all their like comics and video games and whatever else. They're like, oh, all these are going to be canon now, and all the books are going to be canon now, and like. They've realized that takes a lot away from ongoing creatives, and so they stop bothering with that.
You know what it feels like? The DCU feels like No Man's Sky.
I know I've heard of that.
They blew so much smoke. You know, like, hey, it's going to have this and this and this, and then on launch had nothing.
Yeah.
It has since turned into, from what I've heard, I haven't played it, a really great game, and they have eventually did all of those things, right? But like, it was one of the most disastrous game launches of all time.
Yeah.
Like worse than Cyberpunk.
Yeah, I think that's a good.
Are you sure you're not talking about Cyberpunk? But
nope, No Man's Sky was a bigger debacle. So, and. Maybe it gets better. Peacemaker is not pointing to it gets better. It's pointing to James Gunn is sticking it even further up his own butt. And he said, if you want to know where the DCU is going, you have to watch Peacemaker.
Which that's the biggest problem, because on the one hand, he's trying to say that, like, unlike Marvel, you don't like not everything is going to be for everybody.
Okay.
But then, like,
is there going to be an orgy in all of the DCU movies?
Yeah.
Is that where the DCU is going?
Good night, Jacob.
Good night. Like plot wise, he's like, it's going to build up to a big event, and if you watch Peacemaker, you'll be able to figure it out. But he's just so disconnected from the normal, and that's all of Hollywood. They don't know what regular people are like. It's the ultimate, bubble. But this might be the thing that he's excited about. Gay Batman in the Lego Batman game. Maybe that's what he was excited about.
I can laugh at that one. That's pretty funny.
Why so quidious? That's a good one. So it might be that. It might be the fact that he's a playable character. And no, that's James Gordon.
I was going to say, is that James Gunn, or is that supposed to be James Gordon?
It's James Gordon. It looks like James Gunn. I think this is not even from the new game. I think this is from the other, the older bat. But it's fun. It's funny. I don't want any more orgies. Just one more. How about one more orgy?
One more. That's enough.
I want a Justice League orgy movie. Okay. Stupid. Okay, but we got to talk about the thing from Peacemaker. Is they? So what they did in the beginning,
which arguably is probably the thing that most needs to be retconned to connect it to the DCEU.
In the previously on segment, they reshot scenes from season one to replace the Justice League with the Justice Gang from Superman. And that's Supergirl, Superman, Mr. Terrific, and Hawkgirl, and Green Lantern. And then replaced the line of saying that Aquaman bangs fish to Green Lantern is a puke freak. Because Peacemaker went to a party where someone at Green Lantern's house and someone threw up and Green Lantern liked it.
As tasteless as Aquaman banging fish is, I think that's a better joke.
They're both tasteless.
But again, comparatively,
so they also filmed a couple other scenes which is the setup for this joke happens at the very end, and in a few other scenes, Peacemaker in season 1 apparently mentions Aquaman. So like, oh yeah, Aquaman's a creep. He bangs fish, right? And they refilmed a couple of those scenes saying Green Lantern's a weirdo. Okay, and then the climax is we changed this. So they didn't actually change season 1. So season 1 is a parallel universe where it similarly happened. Now season 2 is canon, and the backstory to season 2 is basically mostly like season 1.
Except for these kinds of
Rick
changes.
Flag scene, and it includes his Suicide Squad movie, right? Because Rick Flag Jr. is dead, and he was killed by Peacemaker, which that happened in the Suicide Squad movie.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just a parallel universe where it's kind of the same. Because we definitely, like James Gunn said, we definitely can't confuse people. This needs to be a fresh break from the DCEU, which is why we can't keep Henry Cavill as Superman.
It needs to be more of a just like that's just not the direction I'm going to go with my Superman.
Corn Sweat did a good job. I think he was a good job as Superman. Just tell the freaking truth.
Yeah.
Everything he said has been it's such a lie. This is more confusing.
Yep.
If
I'm completely behind, if you need to reset, but that's not really what you're doing.
Keep your favorite characters.
Yep.
So not actually. So the reason that you gave for Henry Cavill is a lie. It's an absolute verified freaking lie.
I can't completely fault him because, of course, it's your own things that you did and you want to try to work him in. I don't fault him, even though I do think that it was not the right choice. And I think that if you're going to reset, just reset.
He wasn't studio head, but he was involved when they kept putting Superman in cameos. Henry Cavill in cameos saying, "Hey, yeah, we're keeping you."
I don't know. His statements say that he was not involved with that, and he was trying to work against that because The Rock was really pushing for a lot of that at that point. But
it was.
I'll give him that one. I actually will give him that one myself, but we'll see. Yeah,
this is his show.
Mm-hmm.
He included Henry Cavill in Peacemaker season 1, dude.
Yeah. Well, that was back even before Black Adam. That was a while back, though.
Can we get Ryan Gosling? You mean Ryan Reynolds?
A second. That might be the joke he's going for. I hope he's going for the joke with that one, but yeah.
You're loving the Jungle Book? Okay. All right. Anyway. So, yeah, that's that. It would be too expensive to go back and retcon season 1. Just refilm. You already kind of did. Whatever. Anyway. George Lucas.
I'd love to Lucas the crap out of it.
It's
funny. I think that's the second time this week that I've heard somebody reference the idea of doing a remake of their own thing as Lucasing it.
Yeah. Anyway,
which makes sense, but I just don't think I'd heard that that term used that way before.
It's a very confusing and muddled start to the new DCU, but we'll see. We'll see. Oh no, I did find the article. Okay, yeah. How Peacemaker brought the season 2 not safe for work orgy to life. The most graphic day I've ever had on set. This is just great, guys. He praises intimacy coordinators as the best thing that's been given to us filmmakers in the past 20 years so that we can put orgies in our comic book movies. See, you've never seen that on TV before. Yeah, I'm not going to.
No, we have. No.
It's talking like the guy who one of the side characters got to be on set, and he's like, "It was really great, man. We're breaking. I really liked watching all those people have sex." So it's just stupid. Like this is. This is the state of Hollywood. I'm not gonna keep watching. Like I don't need that in my life. It's not making me happy. And David sent me this. I have no idea what it's about, and he's not here. James Gunn's vision for the DCU is to follow the MCU? Is that what it is? Maybe we save this for next week. What James Gunn's comments? What did he say? I think George R. R. Martin. Oh, Game of Thrones. He wants it to be Game of Thrones.
That's
Thrones. Why there's orgies in it. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
The DCU is doing what the MCU is. Okay, I don't care. Okay, this is just a nothing. It's Screen Rant talking about nothing. Okay. Wheel of Time. This was funny. They're dragging Amazon for canceling the show. I can't wait to see what happens after this. And then our good friend Narg said, "Oh, read the books and find out." Oh, wait, no, they didn't follow the books. That's fun. That's the joke. I just had to get some Wheel of Time in there. This one's funny if you guys want to watch. I don't know if you guys are interested. It's a.
Oh yeah, I saw this.
It's really funny.
It's funny.
It's an AI, the history of the Democrat Party. We don't need to get political. We can talk about nerdy stuff now.
That's fine.
It was really well done.
It was. I watched it on Shadowversity's channel.
Oh, they covered it there? Yeah, it was hilarious.
Yeah.
One of the best jokes, though, they just talk about the Democrat Party, and one of the best jokes is it shows Monica Lewinsky delivering a line. It's just like white, and she just like walks out of room and like wipes her mouth. And she's talking about the Democrat Party. It's so good.
Oh, it's so bad.
Yeah.
Oh.
Anyway, all right, nerdy stuff. I
think that's most everything that we had going on, isn't it?
I haven't watched the last 3 episodes of Foundation. Where are you at Foundation, Jared?
I'm caught up.
Oh, yeah. The last episode I watched was when they had like the council, right, to cut off the one town, and the big reveal was that she wanted it to fail and she wanted millions of people to die. And I feel like the show just keeps putting in those plot twists for the sake of plot, like blowing up Terminus, where you're like, it's like if all you have is plot twists and no substance, like does it get better?
I mean,
I'm just so bored. I can't. I sit down. I haven't been able to pull it up. I've been watching Clarkson's Farm instead.
I think it gets better, but there's definitely a few more like, oh, okay, here's another twist. Like what? I definitely have no idea where it's going or why it's going there. It's a little bit more confusing, but it's still beautiful. And it's like I don't think they're doing a horrible job, but it just feels as before.
Empty. The whole show just feels empty to me.
Yeah.
So,
and I don't know how closely it's following the books right now, but I mean it feels. The first season didn't.
I do think I'm going to take off though, since I don't have a whole lot to add to any of the rest of this.
Yeah, because you haven't watched Alien Earth.
Yeah, I haven't watched Alien Earth or that. Yeah, so
who has? Did anyone watch Alien Earth?
I started watching the first episode, but I didn't really care to finish.
No, so it sounds
I
like
also haven't seen. I haven't seen any other Alien stuff.
Me
so
neither.
You gotta watch Alien, man. Watch Alien.
I did watch Alien
probably at some point, but yeah.
Well, nothing happens in episode 3. Yeah. I liked. Maybe we do need to go back and watch the Democrat thing. There's nothing else to talk about.
I was gonna say I started watching the Pacific.
The Pacific? Oh,
yeah, the Pacific.
The Band of Brothers.
I haven't seen any of those.
Yeah, so I watched that, and I'm starting to watch the Masters of the Air.
Masters of the Air. Well, spoilers. You can't watch them. I'm just kidding.
There were.
The Pacific. I need to get back into that. I was like 3 episodes deep, and it just it affected me. I was like, this is so depressing. Like,
I gotta catch the original Band of Brothers.
What, dude? Band of Brothers. I think it's.
I have heard nothing but amazing things.
It was good, but the thing is,
I think it's better than Saving Private Ryan. Of course, you can do a lot more in a long form TV show, but I think it's probably the best depiction of war we've ever had. Like, it
was good. And the thing about the Pacific too is like it definitely gets into some gritty.
It's so much darker.
And it was crazy too because my grandfather actually fought in World War II, and he was always talking about fighting against the Japs, and so like watching watching this one, I was like, oh shoot, this is stuff that my grandfather probably went through.
Wait. You're the other side of your family?
Yeah, Christensen side.
Because your other grandfather was also in World War II, and he doesn't talk about it.
Well, my other grandfather passed away ages ago. So yeah.
But he refused. Both of his grandfathers served in World War II. Okay, one of them is also mine, and he never would. Anytime anyone would ask him, he refused to talk about it. And he wasn't even in active he was in active war zones, but he never had to. He was, as a medic, never had to actually fire his gun in combat. He was very and he still. It was still so bad over there in
I imagine being a medic,
he
even though you
refused. He
being
would not speak of it.
Even with you not firing your gun, you're dealing with some of the worst of it to begin with. Yeah.
I mean, it was so much worse back then too. You know, especially a lot of the guerrilla warfare and stuff like that. And like, I mean, well, not so much in World War II, but like the way that they would fight was still horrific, very horrific.
It's horrible.
And so I understand why they wouldn't.
Yeah, no, I
don't know if it's much better.
The Pacific
now,
was really well made. It was so well made that I had trouble finishing it. So I'm going to watch it. Yeah, Band of Brothers is better. But it wasn't like, oh, this is just graphic for the sake of it. It's very well made. But it was, man, the Pacific was really hard to watch.
Yeah.
That when after just the scene where they're just mowing them down, and they're like, they just keep sending people at our machine. Like, what do we do?
Yeah.
They were killing like 100 people every day, and the Japs were just sending their people to be slaughtered by their machine gun line. You're like,
yeah.
Oh my gosh, like, oh.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad what happened. So the crazy thing about these shows is it's like
Italy.
Like, you hear stories about it, and I mean I've heard stories from veterans, but at the same time, like, to see it portrayed is a totally different thing. To be like, this is some really crazy experiences that people had to live through. And like, I understand why it messed a lot of people. I mean, not just World War II, but like why war itself like messes with so many people's minds afterwards, because it is just horrific what people can do to each other. And
yeah, they came back from war, and they had to get emotional support animals to be otherwise they wouldn't be able to. That joke. Yeah, imagine explaining that concept to World War II veterans. I get anxiety, so I need my emotional support animal.
A good chunk of them probably would have appreciated it, though, in spite of the fact that...
Well, that's kind of where it stemmed from. Like, a lot of them got dogs, which do help, but... but imagine...
There's an attitude to it.
Thinking that you need one so that you can talk to the cashier at Costco, Like...
Yeah,
but it is also good to recognize that, like, they need something, and they need more care than they got in many ways.
Oh yeah,
so, more support than they got, and still get sometimes.
Yeah, no, it definitely got worse for Vietnam and stuff. But man,
yeah, my grandpa served during Korea, so he didn't, and he was just he was just up in Greenland for a while, and that was about it. So
yeah, we knew several people that my parents knew them, but I've heard the stories. I was technically alive, but I was like 3 years old. Our neighbor in California, her son came back from Vietnam, super traumatized, was spit on coming out of the plane, and eventually took his own life. Like
that's so sad.
Even if you disagreed with the war and the fact that there was war going on, you don't spit on anybody, let alone service members. Like, that's just no.
100%.
Yeah, horrible stuff. But watch Band of Brothers; it's great. How far are you into the Pacific?
No, so I'm in Master of the Air now. So
you already finished Pacific.
Yeah, so I already finished Pacific.
Okay.
I'm in Master of the Air, and I'm about halfway through. it's different because it's newer, which is interesting because it's like
Right.
it's trying to still tell the gritty story of like the Pacific,
but it's like shiny.
Feels,
Everything's like
it's
modern, shiny cinematography.
And clean, and I'm like,
why is everything shiny now? Even when you're doing period pieces, it's shiny period pieces.
Yeah. I mean, like it got the it's got some moments where you're like, oh shoot, did that just happen? Like there's a lot of stuff that they went through as well that is incredible, but at the same time, like it feels weird because I'm like, this is so crisp and clean. Like
so the first two are HBO. Masters of the Air is on Apple, right?
Yeah.
Okay. It's kind of segue, but and as much as I dislike Tom Hanks as a person, he's a good actor.
Yeah, absolutely.
But Midway that was on Apple TV is a really good movie. He's like a captain of like a battle cruiser or something. That I really liked Midway. That was good.
I don't know if I actually watched that one or not, but
check that one out too. But yeah, I need to catch up on. I need to finish the Pacific, and I need to finish Kings. I know. I also need to finish season 4 of Clarkson's Farm. But yeah. There was none of you have seen Alien Earth. It was just full of plot armor. Like Alien killing 10 people in split seconds and then not killing the main characters. And then I liked one part, but we'll talk about it next week when Al Bellio's here.
When he's not afraid of being forced to say that he likes it.
I literally fell asleep during this week's episode and had to finish it right before the show. So, not great. There was one more thing. Oh, no, we talked about Foundation. What is... Clarkson's Farm. Did we want to talk about that?
Yeah,
you can go.
I've been hanging out because it seems like you're about to wrap up, but we
are. We're wrapping up.
But I'll dip out anyway. Yeah. You guys have a good one. We'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Hey, see you, Jared.
Bye. Let's see if this.
Behave. I mean, what season are you guys on?
I'm on 4.
So I
finished 3.
I think I'm in the middle of season 3, somewhat. But I mean, it's not really something that you could spoil.
So is season 3 where they're starting to try to figure out where they're what?
Season 3 is pigs and
the pigs where they're mating the pigs. And...
Wait, did the restaurant? Did they start that in season 2?
I was going to say, is that
the restaurant is the end of season 2?
And then they found a separate plot of land that they were trying to do the restaurant in
for 4. Well, the bar restaurant.
The bar is that on 4?
Yeah. So season 2 has the restaurant that gets. It's open for like a few weeks and then gets shut down because the city council's awful. And then season 3, he replaces it with a burger van and pigs.
And they're figuring out the parking. Are they doing the parking?
Yeah, they do the parking lot in season 3. And then there's a bit of it because they win an appeal against, so they can build the parking lot, they can have the burger van, and they can add bathrooms finally, which is ridiculous. And and he also does mushrooms. mushrooms.
Dude. The mushrooms.
Mushrooms are hilarious.
Yeah,
it's such a it's so funny. It's so funny. Like I'm hearing us talk about this, and I'm like, people watch this.
Is it also where he tries to do the truffles?
I haven't gotten to truffles yet. No.
Okay, so you haven't seen anything about truffles?
No, that's
why he gets the pigs. He gets the pigs because the pigs are good at finding truffles. So he's like,
he got
pigs. Or that was one of the reasons.
Oh, but friggin' him actually designing a product that will help pigs not squish their young.
Oh, I know, right?
Is awesome.
I know.
Like he's actually like freaking helping farmers. It's so cool. What a show!
I love it. It's such a great show, and it's a funny story is recently at work our power just ran out of work, and apparently it's because there was a carbine harvester that had run into the light pole. The
You're like,
electricity pole.
Was it him?
Yeah. So they were
Who
like,
was
"What kind of
driving?
idiot?"
Was it James
So
May?
then,
Is that?
yeah, I immediately thought, "Oh my goodness, this is."
Okay, I'm 2 episodes into
Jeremy
season
Clarkson.
4, so I've just barely started season 4. But yeah,
That's
season
what I'm
4.
looking for
I
on
wanna
that,
buy a
okay.
pub. So funny. It's such a funny show, and
It
man,
really is.
Well, season 3. Yeah.
What's great about it is that like you start like Jeremy Clarkson. He is like,
dude, he is the definition of the glass is half full.
yeah. Like he's got such a kind heart though. Like he's strangely kind of a douchebag sometimes, but like he's also very kind and generous. And, like,
he's playing that up for camera. Yes.
Yeah.
He
A lot of
plays
that,
into
yeah.
the douchery for camera, and he also makes himself look like an idiot.
He does, yeah.
He's a genius. He is so intelligent.
He's got a lot
but
of
he
good
plays
ideas.
up his stupidity for the camera because it's good freaking television.
I mean, there's
right?
a lot of his ideas too that you're like, what, really?
Right.
Like,
on purpose. Like, because it's good television. Like, I think he knows most of these ideas are half-brained, and also it'll make a funny episode when he fails miserably. Right?
Yeah.
Like, just in season 3, when he's like feeding the pigs and he gets his foot stuck in the mud, there's like a camera crew around that could help him.
Yeah.
And no one does, because he's told them, don't you dare. It's funny. It's funny when I get stuck in the mud. Don't you dare pull me out.
That's probably true.
Right? Like
Yeah.
And they would do a lot of that stuff on the Grand Tour and Top Gear as well. Like they would blow up their own, like there's an episode where they
blow up James May's house.
Well, like there's an episode where they all have like they blow up his house. They all have caravans too. And at one point, Jeremy Clarkson goes to like pick up food at a pub, and while they're there, they're like, hey, this would be a funny joke if we push his caravan right next to the edge of this cliff, so that he can't get because it's a stick shift, so he won't be able to get out of gear without it falling down. And then it cuts to Jeremy Clarkson enjoying an ice cream cone at the pub, and you see his caravan just fall off the cliff and explode, and you're like, okay, so like it's scripted. They wouldn't, they were gonna push it off anyway, but they play into the camera, and they do it very well in a way that feels natural, which you actually analyze it like, okay, there's no world in which that caravan wasn't going over the cliff, but they had the shot ready, but it's great. It's great television.
It's such great television. Yeah. And I have never seen Grand Tour.
I've only seen
I want to now.
It's really funny.
Well,
it's
so it's Top Gear.
So
it's Top Gear was their first show, and it's just them driving cars. And then it was like a rights issue, right? They switched producers,
no, Jeremy Clarkson hit the producer.
Yeah, he punched him.
Yeah, he didn't agree with him, so he punched him, and so they left.
The Grand Tour is like, it's Top Gear. It's the same show, right?
Yeah,
but with more artistic freedom.
Yeah,
sure.
And boy, do they take the artistic freedom.
Wow,
it's fun. They literally have one episode where they're like, they buy a bunch of French cars, and they're like, the French don't care about their how nice their cars are, and it literally just shows them driving going off road in minivans and stuff like that, and just tearing up their cars.
Oh yeah, the second episode of season 4 of Clarkson's Farm felt like a Grand Tour episode, because he orders every single tractor and has them do a competition. Right? He needs a new tractor. So he has 13 of them show up at the same time with their salesmen trying to give him sales pitches, and then has them compete. It was like, this is the Grand Tour. This is funny.
Yeah. Well, what I love about that too is it's partly, because of he's kind of, got that background, but it's partly because he just has money, And so he's like, oh, instead of doing one, let's just do all.
Instead of doing this reasonably and look, let's have him compete. It's funny.
Yeah.
He's a funny man.
I love it.
Yeah, I can't wait to see how the government screws up his pub. That reveal. Oh yeah, I went to a different town council just so that half of the town council is the same. You know, like
Yeah.
it's so screwed up, man.
Yeah. I mean, well, that's the thing. So, frankly, I would love to live in England or, in Europe, and like live in Spain or like live in France or Europe or, Great Britain or something like that. But every time I think about living there, I'm like, but their politics suck. Like they're worse than ours are. Like are just.
Oh my goodness, it's horrible. Yeah.
So every time I think about that, I'm like, no, I don't want to deal with all of that.
Now, honestly, okay. The second we end this, I'm finishing my son's thing. I'm watching Clarkson's Farm. Like I'm so excited to watch it.
Yeah,
I'm
in the mood
just
for
talking about
Clarkson's
this.
Farm.
Like, oh, I need to watch. I need to finish.
Okay.
All right.
But yeah, absolutely, you're absolutely right. Just hearing Shad Brooks' experience of,
and that's
I forget where he's
he's
not
in the UK. He's in Australia.
He's Australia, but he says, like, he compares it to England all the time. He says that Australia is just a few steps back from UK, like they're following in UK's footsteps, and it's just horrible, horrible, horrible. I can't imagine.
Yep.
Yeah, it would be rough. It would be really challenging.
Well, I think that's it, right? Let's see.
Yeah.
Let me just.
I watched Scorpion King. I don't know. That was good.
You watched Scorpion King? You watched Scorpion with The Rock Johnson?
Yeah.
Which one?
With the
1, 2,
Rock.
3, 4, or 5?
I saw there's 5 of them. Holy cow!
Yeah, they recast. They did. They're like B. They're not even B movies. They're C movies, right?
Yeah. I remember watching as a child. I've only ever seen 2 of them. It was like the Scorpion King and then Young Scorpion King. I watched Dwayne Johnson. It was fun. It was fun.
So I'm not watching any more Peacemaker. I'm taking it off the schedule. Not interested. But I'm
I think
unfortunately going to keep watching Alien Earth. But Terminal List drops.
Is that coming out?
Comes out on the 27th.
Terminal List?
The prequel. The Terminal List Dark Wolf.
Okay.
Is this a movie or is it a show?
It's a show.
Yep, we haven't watched Terminal List.
Chris Pratt.
It's Chris Pratt, baby. It's good.
Yeah, it was really good.
The last episode was a little silly.
Okay.
Dude, you gotta watch Terminal List. It's great.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm excited for it.
Peacemaker. Okay. I don't realize that was coming up.
Deleting all of these episodes of Peacemaker from our schedule. Because
so I think I'll continue Peacemaker, but if there's another degenerate scene, I'm done.
I think that there's probably going to be another degenerate scene.
Probably. My fear is that the very first second episode, they're just going to continue where they left off because, like, technically that it's still happening.
Yeah.
After the end of the last episode, so that's my fear, or that's my prediction.
So yeah, Alien Earth and Dark Wolf are both going to end on the same week. They're both going to finale on the same week because I think we get 3 episodes. We get a 3-episode drop of Dark Wolf, and it only has 7 episodes. Alien has 8, so they're ending together. And then I don't have anything scheduled for October, but then in November is when Pluribus comes out. Oh, they dropped I haven't watched it. I saw they dropped a teaser trailer, and I was shopping. I haven't watched the trailer for Pluribus.
I don't remember what Pluribus is.
What is Dark Wolf?
Vince Gilligan. Breaking Bad.
Pluribus?
Oh, okay. I haven't seen any.
It's going to be on Apple TV. You're going to watch it.
Do I have to watch?
Bob Odenkirk says it's going to be the best TV show of all time, and he's not even in it.
Okay, wait. So is it
connected
part of
to
the Breaking Bad universe?
No, it's
Okay.
the
It's the director.
Vince Gilligan, the guy who wrote and he didn't direct. I think maybe he directed a few episodes, but the showrunner, creator, writer of Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, probably the greatest showrunner to ever exist. His new show is called Pluribus. It's gonna be on Apple TV sometime.
Oh, I do remember. Yeah, I do remember.
November 10th is when we're going to talk about it. Pluribus air date. It comes out November 7th. They're going to do 2 episodes at once. And that's going to be all Christmas, baby. All through November and December, we're talking about Pluribus. But there's a break in the schedule. There's nothing scheduled for October right now. So we might have
are we going to be talking about Stranger Things?
Is that when
November?
It comes out? Stranger Things Part 1 drops in November, and then Part 2 drops in November, and then I think Part 3 drops in the new year.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Yeah. I'll watch Stranger Things. So, you mentioned, what was the Dark Wolf, or whatever it was? Dark Wolf?
Yeah, Dark Wolf, it's for Terminal List.
Okay, I pulled it up. I'm watching this. I'm reacting to this.
Oh, you're saying this is the prequel? Oh, the Terminal List Dark Wolf.
The Terminal List Dark Wolf is a prequel to the Terminal List. Dude, you'll like the Terminal List. It's good.
Okay. Yeah, I gotta check out the Terminal List.
You want to know what's hilarious? Our last week's episode got demonetized. Not for the plethora of scenes that we showed from Alien Earth, but for the 2-minute behind the scenes a Superman video that we watched, where James Gunn was talking to Corn Sweat about acting. That got copyright struck. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, did you see the original teaser?
Yeah, I think so.
With the licking the donuts?
Yes.
Okay. So this is the teaser that dropped this week. I haven't seen this. Did I share the right one?
I think I've seen that.
Did the audio share?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
And it's Saya Rainhorn, I think that's how you say her name, who's a phenomenal actress. She wasn't the lead in Better Call Saul, but she was the supporting actress, and she was fantastic. She's the main character in this. Have you not watched Breaking Bad?
No, I haven't. But it seems like that's kind of what they do. Is they do Breaking Bad, and then they took one of the characters from there and made it spin-off, and then they took Breaking Bad and do another.
And
spin-off.
Everyone thought it was a horrible idea. They took the lawyer from Breaking Bad and did a show about him, and they were like, wow, this is not going to work. It's better. Better Call Saul is better than Breaking Bad.
I know.
Dude, why have you not watched Breaking Bad?
Because on principle. It's on principle alone.
On principle of
on
what?
Principle. Jared, I feel like you don't have an
It's all about this coke. It's about this guy who's making a living off of coke and drugs.
And it shows how bad it is.
Jared, it's meth, not coke.
Oh,
okay?
Sorry, you're right. You're right. It is.
It's a morality tale though. Like it's one. Jared, you gotta watch Breaking Bad, my guy.
Yeah.
No, it's like
I have an excuse because I was.
It's the greatest TV show ever made.
But you have no excuse, Jared.
I've heard a lot of people talk about it. I don't know. It's on principle. I haven't watched it yet.
On principle.
How many seasons are there?
5 seasons. I think there's 5 of each.
It's the same reason why I won't watch. What's that one about the cartel?
Narcos.
Narcos. That's the same reason why I won't.
Yeah, but there's like nudity and stuff in Narcos.
Oh well, I had no idea. But I mean, everyone was raving about Narcos, and I was like, I don't.
I will say, if you do start watching Breaking Bad, in the first episode, there's a teeny tiny, brief second of nudity in the pilot episode, and there's no more nudity in the rest of the show.
Oh well, that's
just a heads up.
Okay, all right.
Sometimes that was kind of the thing. Sometimes they'd make the pilot episode like a little extra edgy because they didn't know like how much the studio was going to let them do. You know.
Yeah.
But.
Are you talking about Breaking Bad has this?
Breaking Bad has a split second of nudity in the first episode. Oh, it took you a while to start liking Better Call Saul? It's different, but it's the same, and it's so I loved Better Call Saul. Breaking Bad is so good too. I think Breaking Bad is the better TV show, but I personally enjoyed Better Call Saul more. Like it. You know, you can have favorites and also acknowledge. You know. But okay, here's the teaser for Pluribus.
All right.
Okay, so they're just not telling us anything.
So, do we know what the plot is? Because on IMDb, it's
So it's set in Albuquerque. It is a sci-fi, and the only thing they've said is happiness is contagious. It's apparently I think from what they've said, it's like Brave New World, like everyone is on a happiness drug that makes you happy, but also makes you not feel anything else, and so it's something like that, maybe.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, IMDb says follows the most miserable person on Earth and the one who must save the world from happiness.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, interesting.
Does anyone call this number? I don't want to call it, but I'm super.
I'm curious.
He's being pretentious on purpose and not telling you anything about the show, which I think is the way to go. Like, it's
heck yeah, people are gonna watch it.
Yeah, another great Albuquerque series. Yeah, baby. I mean, I don't need to see any trailers for it. I'm going to watch it because it's Vince Gilligan. I think Vince Gilligan for me is like, you know, he's the TV director where I will watch every single thing that he does, and I have, you know, he's like why can't I remember his name?
Nolan.
He's like the Christopher Nolan, except that Christopher Nolan put a bunch of boobies in his last movie, and I wasn't a big fan of that. So
what movie is this?
In Oppenheimer, there was a ton of nudity in Oppenheimer. I'm like, dude, Chris, what are you doing? You've never done this before. I didn't even like look up the rating on IMDb beforehand because it was Christopher Nolan, and he's never done anything like that before. It was a really good movie, except for the random boobies in it.
Chris can't do it. He did us dirty.
I'm still gonna watch like everything that he comes out with.
Yeah.
But I think who's it? That's for me. Yeah, it's Christopher Nolan and
James Gunn. I don't know what
James Gunn. Like, are there any directors like that for you guys? Who like they've just earned your trust? You're gonna watch whatever they do because.
Or Wes Anderson is pretty good too. I enjoy Wes Anderson.
Wes Anderson I really enjoy. He's definitely got some flops. I did watch his new movie though. It's on Peacock now. The Phoenician Scheme. Really good.
It looked interesting. Yeah,
the Phoenician Scheme is really good. I think it's the best. Is his best movie since the Grand Budapest Hotel.
Okay.
I enjoyed the Phoenician Scheme, but he's got some flops in there where you're like, that wasn't that good.
Yeah, I agree.
like the newspaper one. You're like, okay, you're a little too far up your own butt. You know, but Wes Anderson has earned the right to be up his own butt.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
In my opinion.
Are his movies pretentious? Yes. But like he's earned it, you know. James Gunn hasn't. Edgar Wright.
So I don't
Edgar Wright
attention.
For me. Any movie Edgar Wright comes out with and Christopher Nolan, I'm gonna watch.
Makes sense.
I don't pay enough attention to producers and stuff. Like that. I need to start paying more directors.
For me, it's the directors who also write. Like if Christopher Nolan, Edgar Wright, they're writing the story that they're also directing. They're just it's just always better that way, you know. Rafe Judkins, yeah, definitely. He's never going to produce anything. He has no future. Random boobies. Oops, I put the wrong one. He got fired from everything, man. So funny. Couldn't be happier. So you don't pay attention to directors then, Charles?
I don't. I need to start paying more attention to it. So what are the ones you're saying?
Christopher Nolan. You don't know the Batman trilogy, Charles?
I've heard his name. I just don't.
Insomnia, Memento, Inception.
Oh yeah, I've seen some of them. Yeah, Oppenheimer, Dark Knight, Interstellar, Odyssey, Tenet. Yeah.
And then
what was the other guy?
Edgar Wright.
Right.
The Cornetto trilogy, baby. Oh, sorry, let's just.
Shaun of the Dead, Baby Driver, Hot Fuzz, all of it. Yeah. Scott Pilgrim. Oh, dude, he's got some fantastic ones.
Yeah, he's good.
I think he's my favorite director of all time. So.
Land of the Dead.
What does he work? Oh, yeah. So he's currently his new movie. He's doing the Running Man remake, which is supposed to come out pretty soon. I'm excited for that.
Interesting.
I need to go watch the original Running Man, probably, huh? But he had what did he have next?
Scott
Chain
Pilgrim is a guilty pleasure of mine. That's a good movie.
Scott Pilgrim's funny. Yeah, but yeah, the Cornetto trilogy, Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, The World's End are just perfect. So, and then Baby Driver is
fantastic. Holy cow! He did both Sing movies.
Top 10 movies of all time. I think it's great. Interstellar's good. Don't listen to the naysayers. A lot of people hated that movie, and they're stupid.
Long, but it's good.
I only hated it because I was a child when I watched it and I fell asleep.
If you haven't already seen 2001, you need to watch that first. Like the Interstellar is an homage to 2001.
Well, I don't know if
2001's a good movie.
Like Interstellar is better if you've seen 2001, and you're like, wow, okay, like this is like we're trying to do that again, but a modern. This is like the best case scenario for like this is a modern approach to a classic, you know, because it was done in earnest and not,
I need to watch it again
and not out of spite of the original, you know. That's
respecting the original. That's how you do it. Yeah, 100%. Rather than
you don't have to watch it. It's its own story, but I think it's really good.
I understand what you're saying. I've seen 2001. It's a good movie.
Okay. And when people say it's love is, and they make fun of the answer because love is the answer, that's not the answer. Okay, that was the character's interpretation of the answer. That doesn't mean that's what the answer is. Okay, Interstellar is a good movie. Oh, I just met my step stool for the day somehow while sitting because I was shaking. Shaking.
Hey, that has some.
There you go.
Implications.
Anyway, Inception's so good. Inception is one of the greatest movies of all time, baby.
Yeah.
This holds up to this day.
Inception was good. People say it was confusing. Inception wasn't that confusing. The premise made sense.
Well, just because you still question whether or not it's actually...
That's the point of the movie, Jared. Inception's not confusing. If Inception's confusing, you're stupid.
Yeah. I watched that movie.
You might need to watch it twice.
I mean, I might want to watch it twice. It was a good movie. I don't think you need to.
Yeah.
It was fine.
Now, the Tenet was confusing, but I still understood it the first time I watched it.
Yeah.
A lot of people hated Tenet, too. I loved Tenet. It was great. It wasn't as good as Inception, but it was fun.
I need to finish Tenet.
Anyway, that's all for this week. We'll see you next week with Alien Earth, probably. I might have time to catch up on Foundation. I don't know. When does that end? That ends in a few weeks.
It's got to be close.
There's 3 more episodes.
Yeah, it feels like it's getting close to being done.
So, and then Terminalist Dark Wolf, I'm looking forward to that 3-episode premiere, which is weird. It's weird that they're doing 3 episodes because like the first one was really successful, so they don't need to like hype it up. But I don't know. Seems
when is Dark Wolf coming out?
27th this week.
This week.
Wednesday.
Okay, so what's all this week then? So what? There's
this week is more Alien Earth if you're watching that, and Terminalist Dark Wolf.
Okay.
Which it's a prequel, so you don't even need to watch Terminalist if you don't want to.
Well, I'm gonna.
It might have. I don't think it's gonna have spoilers, right?
That would seem silly.
Oh, Clint Eastwood. Yeah, Clint Eastwood's fantastic. Cry Macho was okay. And what's his newest movie? I was actually really let down. The Juror Number 7. Is it? Fantastic movie. the last 10 minutes of jury number 7 ruin it. I hated the ending. It was so stupid. The ending was dumb. Really good premise that just didn't sink the landing. Really great idea for a movie, jury number 7, but man, I can't recommend it. But I love Clint Eastwood. Yeah, Cry Macho was fine. Those are his 2 newest ones. But man, Clint Eastwood.
Didn't he also do The Mule or whatever that was?
The Mule's good.
Yeah.
Clint Eastwood's phenomenal. So unbreakable. What's the Western? Unbroken? Clint Eastwood. Hold on. Unforgiven. One of the best Westerns of all time. I mean, yeah, and then the Dollars trilogy, man. So good. But yeah, I love Clint Eastwood. You've seen The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, Fistful of Dollars, and a few dollars more, right?
Me?
Clint Eastwood. Okay, you guys need to be.
No, I haven't actually seen him.
Gran Torino.
I didn't watch
The Bad, the Ugly.
I love Gran Torino. That's a good movie.
I need to watch some of those though. They've been on my list to watch for a while. I just haven't gotten around to them.
If you want some real good Clint Eastwoods, I mean, you don't have to start with it, but you should watch the spaghetti western trilogy he's in. It's a Fistful of Dollars, a few dollars more, and then The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. It's kind of like the Cornetto trilogy. They're spiritual trilogies. It's a different character each time, but it's a similar character. Those are, I mean, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly is probably the most famous Western of all time.
Yeah.
Unforgiven, though, he's much older, and he's directing it as well. Super, super good Western. I think my personal favorite Western. The Outlaw Josie Wales. Fantastic Western. In the Line of Fire was a good thriller, like a CIA kind of type. Stop a presidential assassination movie. That one's fun.
Well, those are always good.
Mystic River is a great crime movie. If you want to just be depressed and cry yourself to sleep. Mystic River's phenomenal. There's a bunch that I haven't seen, and I'm trying to watch all of them. I haven't seen all of the Magnum Force movies. I think I saw the first one. I haven't watched the rest. But that's the Do You Feel Lucky punk, right?
Gotcha.
Clint Eastwood's so good. He did that boxing movie with the chick.
$1 Million.
$1 Million Baby. That one's pretty good.
That one was good. That one was unexpected. I wasn't expecting it to go the way that it did, and it was good. Yeah,
the Sergio Leone trilogy are fantastic. Yeah, but then after, I didn't realize how soon he started directing his own movies, because he was in a few spaghetti westerns with Sergio Leone, and then he started producing and directing and acting in his own movies really, really early. It's kind of crazy how early he started directing.
That's really impressive.
Let's pull up. Hold on, real quick. The first, so you got to see this. So he started acting. I mean, he's been in so many movies, man. You gotta keep going. Okay, so he was in a bunch of spaghettis. Okay, and then got real famous with the Sergio Leone. Right, Fistful of Dollars, Few Dollars More, Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Skyrocketed, It was in the Maverick TV show too, which I need to watch. I need to watch Maverick, the TV show. I love the movie. So he's in a ton of westerns, And then Dirty Harry is like the police. It's basically a Western, but he's a cop. It's structured kind of like a Western. So I've seen Dirty Harry, and I haven't seen any of the sequels. Right, and then I think I want to say The Outlaw Josie Wales is when he started directing. Okay, that's my guess, if I remember. 45 movies. Let's go. No, it was Play Misty for Me. Which I haven't seen, and I know I need to see it. I know that's a good one. So I was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I was 6 movies off.
So how many before he started then?
A lot, but like this is 6 movies in the same year, right?
Yeah.
So he starts in 55, and he's directing movies basically like right after The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Oh, no, there's 15 years after he starts acting. And then that's most of his career is after that. I mean, it's like a third.
That's pretty impressive.
Pale Rider, I haven't seen that one. Dude, Clint Eastwood's just a beast. I need to see this one. Outlaw Josie Wales is fantastic. It's a Western, but he plays like a retired Confederate soldier. It's really, really good. Pale Rider. Okay, I'll check that one out. I haven't seen Heartbreak Ridge. I know I need to see that one too. I'm pretty sure I've seen The Rookie. I've seen a lot of them. I can't say I've seen most of them because he has too many freaking movies. So, Space Cowboys is great. I loved Space Cowboys. That's a good one. Mystic River's heartbreakingly good. Yeah. Anyway, I didn't know he did Sully. I forgot.
Really? Yeah.
American Sniper. If you haven't seen that one. Richard Jewell. I forgot he did Richard. That's a great movie. Oh, was I not showing the screen the whole time?
No, you weren't.
No, you weren't.
You guys got to speak up.
Well,
we didn't know you were...
just do stuff on the side,
Hopefully that conversation made sense. I'm saying, so he was in a bunch of spaghettis, see? And then he hit, Fistful of Dollars, a few dollars more, Good, the Bad, the Ugly with Sergio Leone. Then he did a couple more Westerns and then Play Misty for Me. I'm going to direct the rest of all of my movies.
I mean, that is a lot, yeah.
I literally said, I'm going to pull up the IMDb. So Play Misty for Me.
Yeah, you say that.
And I keep forgetting he didn't direct the whole movie, but he directed a segment of Dirty Harry. Okay. That's a good sequence. But man, like most of his like big hits he directed himself. Super impressive. Juror number 2, not juror number 7. Really hated the ending. And there was one plot hole that was just present the whole time. We were like, all you have to do is this and the problem will be solved. But then they gave a reason for like why he wasn't doing that, but it wasn't a very good reason. So
I do hate it when they do that. They're like, oh no, this is why you can't do that.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy that John Wayne and Clint Eastwood were never in a movie together. I think John Wayne didn't like him.
Really?
John Wayne, I think he was kind of prideful and he didn't want to like share the limelight with him.
I could totally see that.
They kind of had competing careers, like and John Wayne was always like I'm the good guy and I have no flaws, and that works for some great westerns. And Clint Eastwood was willing to get more gritty,
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Clint Eastwood. So sorry for that diversion, but you brought up Clint Eastwood, so it's your fault. Yeah, definitely. Check it out. Okay, next week. See you guys then. We already talked about it, right?
Okay.
We good?
Yep. I think we're good.
All right. Love you guys.
All right.
Bye-bye.
The And now it is time to say goodbye.
We had a great conversation.
It's been fun. But all good things must come to an end, and the goodest ending I can think of is...
Right now, this moment, this night.
So I guess we just say goodbye.
So, goodbye.
Toodaloo. Au revoir. Auf Wiedersehen. Ciao. Ding dao day. But come back next week for more outrageous bloopers.
This is the end.
Well, there's only one thing left to do.
I'm gonna go home and sleep with my wife.
Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. If it's true, please take a minute to subscribe to the channel, and you can join us along for the ride. And if you pay me, I'll try to be more entertaining, so please consider joining Patreon and getting your name in the credits with pride.
I'd buy that for $1.